we go. Hello. Hello, everyone. Hey. As you can see, I'm in costume because I just had to be extra today. I always have at least 2 or 3 sets of extra vampire teeth laying around, and I got this really cute frilly outfit from Japan when I went to Japan last year, and I never have an occasion to wear it, so I was like, okay, this works. The nice thing will be that there won't be annoying glare on my glasses for this stream. I need to set up my lights so that they don't have such ugly glares in my glasses when I turn my head certain angles. It's so annoying. Hey everyone! Are we live on Twitch too? Make sure you guys are so convinced that I don't care about you on Twitch. It's just simply me being grandpa lead poisoned. I just don't understand Twitch a lot yet, but I'm figuring it out. Yeah, we got some people on Twitch. What's up? You know what I learned recently is that apparently the goth community has a really cute term for goths that leave their hair a natural brunette color instead of dyeing it black. They call them brown bats! I think that's so sweet. I love that so much. If you're wondering why these are crazy colors, it's because my lipstick keeps sticking to it. I promise I brushed my fangs this morning, guys. But yeah, today, the reason I'm in this getup is because we're gonna be playing this game that came out last year called Vampire Therapist, which has been on my radar for a long time, and I'm so ready to play it. Apparently, this has Matt Mercer and a lot of other cool vocal talent similar to Date Everything, so I thought we've been on a Date Everything kick, and I thought that this would be so perfect. Cause like, I don't want to get burned out from Date Everything, like that level of horniness, like 24/7. I feel like it's bad for the brain, so we gotta, I say that, and yet I'm literally setting myself up to be horny again, because vampires, obviously. But yeah, apparently this game has some, like, actually really helpful information about, like, terms in therapy, and, like, I'm really excited about that aspect, too. So yeah, let's start the recording up. I was thinking this could be one of our, continuing series here on the channel, and yeah, it's a little bit on the shorter side. It's not as big as Date Everything, but I think we could do a few sessions. But yeah, without further ado, let's play a little game about being a therapist for vampires. And I believe we are also ourselves going to be a vampire, which is cool. Vampire Therapist explores or touches on sensitive topics such as war, abuse, addiction, sexual oppression, suicidal ideation, religion, and of course, death. These may be uncomfortable or upsetting for some readers, so yeah, this is y'all's warning. If any of this sounds like not your cup of tea, then perhaps go get tea somewhere else, alright? Obviously we play a lot of mature games on the channel, but if any of this is like, whoa, now's the time to click away. This is your only warning. So if any of this seems like, then it's time to go. Skedaddle. We'll be back in a few days, no worries. Let's see. We recommend that readers with a history of trauma related to any of these topics approach this game with caution. That's very nice. Naturally, a game about vampires will also involve blood and sexual themes. Very true, very true. Strong language is also present. We do be swearing on this channel. Vampire Therapist was developed in consultation with licensed therapists, but it should not be considered a substitute for therapy. So any of you guys trying to cheap out, trying to get a free therapy session today, nuh-uh. Don't be doing that. Unless you're a vampire. Wow. Okay, guys.
My name is Sam Walls. I'm a dead man.
Ooh.
Well, kinda dead at least. See, I'm a vampire. Now, if you think that means all that Dracula hooey, like hissing, wearing skin-tight leather, and hunting mortals for sport, I wouldn't blame you one bit.
Yeah, because that's hot.
That's exactly the sort of thing I did in my younger years with my former gang. And let me tell you, a vampire who's good with a gun can be a real terror.
Ooh.
I got lucky, though. I met some kind mortals who saw beyond my fangs. They taught me my letters and showed me how my thinking was keeping me from finding any kind of peace.
Oh my god, he's such
After
a
they passed
sweet,
on, I
sweet
roamed America's
vampire.
majestic wilderness for nigh on 90 years, figuring out myself and what it means to be a vampire. And I found revelation. What I realized was, it ain't fangs that make us monsters. It's the self-defeating ways we fight.
This is so cute and corny. I love it so much already.
As the world started getting
Yay!
smaller, my old vampire gang tracked me down. Them being my kin, I wanted to help them see the world like I did, but they still have the same monster mindset I used to have. Good thing I'm a quick draw. But I got hooked up with this newfangled internet thing and found a vampire who's helping my kin find their way.
The art style's really cute. It's very
Andromachos.
similar to Date
Supposed to be
Everything. It's a very
3,000
soft,
years
cute
old.
art style.
He invited me to come out to Europe to learn from him. I figure someone older than time has got to have the answers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going on a trip, I guess. This feels like my opportunity to do some good in the world. I've been lucky, and now it's time to give back. Vampires ain't monsters. Or at least, they don't have to be.
That's right,
And come hell or
guys.
high water, I'm gonna prove it to them.
Oh my god, this is so cute. Also, love the Southern vampire rap. That's something like I feel like we don't see enough of in vampire media is like a cowboy vampire or like a Southern vampire in general.
This is the address. Number 27, Clean Flitter Mouse.
All right, you got it, brother. You got it, brother. No, but seriously, like I feel like one of the only times I can really think of a vampire in media that was Southern in like a big like popular piece of media is like in Twilight, and he was like a Confederate soldier. That's the best we can do for Southern vampires is like fighting for the Confederacy. Not sexy, not cool, not hot. More cowboy vampires that weren't racist, please. But am I right? Like that's the only one I can really think of off the top of my head. Yeah, this game, thank you chat. This game volume is a little bit lower than Date Everything, so I'm gonna knock it up a little bit. All right, let's see if that's better. Sinners is great, but Sinners is really recent. Okay, is this better? Is this a better level? Let's try it.
Sure is a hell of a lot of ruckus for this time of night. People stay up late here. Wait a minute. These folk are vampires. Better watch myself.
Oop.
Guten Abend, folks. Sprechen Sie English?
This is how I feel whenever I talk to someone from a different country. This is the energy I fear that I give off.
Ja, hallo, Alter. Are you here to party with us at the hottest club?
Oh yes, we want to party! Let's go, Reinhard. Tell them you're here to party. Ask about the dress code. Ask about Andromachos. Ask about that. Tell them you're here to party. We're here to party.
What kind of party is this?
Hardcore! Hardcore! Anyone play Disco Elysium? Elysium? Hardcore! Y'all remember that?
It's a kind where we dance all night and get sexy.
Yes! Oh my god!
Oh, we're them kind of vampires.
Ach so, there are better things to suck than blood, oder?
Ooh! Hell yeah! Come on, Sam. You know, you've done some sucking in your day, Sam.
Although we have to get past the bouncer first. If we do not,
Hey,
I'm thinking
Twitch.
our night is ruined.
Ugh. But we are so sexy. How could the bouncer not let us in?
Oh, wait a sec. There's something about what she just said. I can feel it.
Ooh.
It reminds me of one of my revelations about the funny patterns in the way we vampires think. Well, let's see. One type of thinking I noticed I called hot branding. That's when we brand ourselves with names we can't get rid of.
Am I gonna learn things about myself today? Oh no.
There's high noon mind. That's when we treat a situation like it's a do or die showdown.
No, stop! Stop! I'm already getting called out and we're literally in the very first interaction. Stop! Thank you, Twitch! Oh my god, I love y'all. I'm learning to do the Gen Z one, guys. my fingers almost do it naturally now. I still like, I'm a cusper, so like the millennial sometimes takes over a little bit, and it's just like,
And there's saloon thinking. That's when we act either helpless or invincible, like we've just drunk a pint of moonshine.
Guys, I'm getting therapized immediately.
I can always check my journal if I need examples. I kept all my notes about the funny ways we vampires think in there. I think I know which one of them funny ways they're thinking in, though. Hold on, compadres. You seem like the kind who can make their own fun.
I don't want to have my own fun. Immernacht is the only place to be on Friday night.
Ooh, yeah. I've heard that there's some clubs in Germany that are like absurdly exclusive. Like they just turn people away just to make themselves feel super. I think that's like a club problem in general, like across, like that's an international thing. But I've heard there's specifically about some German clubs that are like absurd about that. Ooh, I don't have my phone. Oh, this is where we choose. So they seem to be, okay, I might be screwing this up out the gate. I'm so distracted, but they seem to be talking down about themselves. And like, they think that they're not going to get in. So I feel like that would be hot branding, right? Because high noon mind is when you treat every situation like do or die. Let's see. Thank you. Let's see. Ooh, yeah, cognitive distortions. I found this old notebook and figured I'd take it with me to Europe. I figure it'll help me organize my thoughts. So I'll separate it into sections so I can jump to them right quick. That way, when I need to get to a particular section of my notes, all I gotta do is hop on the okay, awesome. Easy as falling off a horse, and falling off a horse is real easy. Okay, cognitive distortions. High noon mind. Either showed you when there were, okay, it actually does kind of sound like high noon mind a little bit. Okay, no, that's not hot branding because they didn't say anything specifically negative. I have a habit of either feeling self-control or feeling completely hopeless. If I'm honest, I feel like they're dealing, like they're too freaked out about getting into the club, so it would be high noon.
Amigos, you're putting too much weight on this thing. It's a nightclub, not a high noon showdown.
That's true.
Possibilities.
Go home and just get wasted. Like some of my favorite party nights have been like just chilling out with people in.
But I like the way the sexy American talks.
Ooh, the sexy American, yes.
You make us think that maybe it is better we haven't gotten into the club, because we are now meeting you.
Ooh.
Hey, if meeting me makes your night better, I'm glad we met. I really gotta find Andromachos, though.
No, let's stay and make an international sandwich. Yes.
You have to be past the bouncer. He decides who gets in and who doesn't. And he hasn't looked our way all night.
How y'all are so hot. See, this is what I'm talking about. These German clubs, they get too crazy with this. These two were hot as fuck. Let them in.
Excuse me, friend.
Oh, wood! Sorry, everyone's gonna be a wood in this game. Wood.
I'm here to see Andromachos.
Have fun, mate.
Hey, thanks, amigo. You have yourself a fine night, you hear?
He likes my little cowboy outfit. Ooh.
Cowboy, what about us?
Ooh. Dash their hopes. Why would we do that?
Yeah, sure. They're friends of mine.
Have fun, mate.
Yes.
Two, we ain't got all night. Yeah.
I feel like my little cowboy outfit actually helped because it's like, ooh, mysterious out-of-towner.
Come on, my neighbor, dance with us.
Dance, yes, let's
You
go.
kids have fun. I'll catch up with you later. Tarnation, I'd rather hear a gopher giving birth than this. I better talk to whoever's slinging drinks in this here saloon. They ought to know where Andromachos is.
Dude, I want to go to a goth club so bad. I love like 90s and early 2000s like goth music, like goth club music so much. Ah!
But pardon me, ma'am.
Well, look at you.
Why is everyone so absurdly hot?
80s fashion in here, but not usually the 1880s. What can I get you, cowboy? The special's Red Bull and vodka. You down?
Vodka Red Bull is like my favorite drink. Hell yes.
I never drink Red Bull. I'm actually looking for the owner. He around tonight?
Might be. What do you say your name was?
Sam Walls, begging your pardon.
Sam Walls, huh? I don't think I know anything about a Sam
Ooh.
Walls. After all, I'm just a know-nothing bartender.
Oh, that's hot branding for sure. She's like just assuming that like she doesn't know things about the world.
From where I'm standing, I see someone with style and confidence, not just a drink machine. Don't go branding yourself like that's all
Know
you
your
are.
worth, baby.
Don't you go worrying about me, cowboy. The man upstairs warned me you were coming. I was just testing to see if you are who you say you are. Tell you what, let me give you something from our special reserve.
Ooh.
I don't think you're looking for booze.
Well, thank you kindly, ma'am. I was wondering where the blood was. I met some vampires outside, so I figured this was a vampire club.
You met some gods, honey.
Hard to tell the difference. Hard to tell the difference.
So all these people are mortals?
How do you think the head vampire gets his blood? They can't wait to share it with him. It's a special experience.
Ooh.
He's the only real vampire here. Well, him and Bert.
So it's just a bunch of horny goths that are like, please drink my blood, please drink my blood. That would be so hot. That would so be a real thing. Oh my god.
Bert?
You met him already. Bert, shuffle on over here.
His name's Bert.
This one's here to see the big guy. Show him upstairs, okay?
Dude, I love it when people have stretched gauges and then they put like jewelry in the stretched gauges. That is I love that look so much. I've seen it a few times in my life.
Have fun, mate.
Good luck up there, cowboy. Hope you find what you're looking for.
I love how he can grunt and he can say, have fun, mate. That's it. That's the extent of his vocabulary. I love that. Oh, also thank you, Hamstabutter on or Hamstabutt
Sam Walls to see you, sir.
on Twitch.
The
Thank you so
guy
much.
who's been sending you all them V-mails.
Yes, I know who you are, Samuel Walls. You have come here because you believe you can help our kin. The question is, are you first able to help yourself?
Ooh, we're getting philosophical. I can help
I've
myself.
been fixing myself for more than a century now. I don't think I need help.
Then you must prepare to learn a most
No,
difficult lesson.
that option was a little bit confusing. I thought I meant like, no, yeah, like I've gotten to a point where I can help others. Not that I'm completely done with work on myself.
We all need help, Samuel.
Ooh,
I am pleased that
Zaddy!
you have come to receive mine.
See, the whole idea was that we would cool off from Date Everything, and then I proceed to just choose another horny game. So me. Damn, I'm seeing a lot of Twitch. What's going on Twitch? Y'all are really repping on Twitch today. Hell yeah.
Dang, you scared the heck out of me.
You must allow an ancient vampire his games. He will play them regardless.
Oh, I wonder how old he is.
Sit down.
Is he about to
What an
therapize
absolute
me?
pleasure it is to meet you at last. I found your messages most intriguing.
Afraid there ain't much here in the way of intrigue. I'm just a lonesome cowboy looking for
Just a
answers.
lonesome cowboy.
You know, I receive emails every day from vampires seeking my help.
Females.
You are the very first to seek my aid in helping others. This alone makes you intriguing.
Well, dang. I think you're gonna be sorely disappointed when you get to talking to me. I'm just honored you're giving me the time of night.
Hey, that's hot branding. Don't do
I
that.
have unlimited time, Samuel. I am pleased to share some of it with you. Our kind can be rather set in their ways. It is inspiring to see someone so young and eager to learn.
Ooh, so young and eager. Yes, those are two accurate adjectives, Zaddy.
Yeah, well, I wasn't much for learning when I was alive. Just making up for lost time, I guess.
It sounds as though you have been handling your online.
I can still hear the music, just barely.
I was particularly intrigued by these revelations.
Batty? The chat. Batty.
Oh, yeah, them. Well, I give walking the credit. Nothing sorts my thoughts out better. After a few decades, I started seeing patterns in the way we vampires think.
Can you explain some of these patterns?
Yes.
I've tried to explain them to other vampires, but it ain't never gone well. I can try, though. See, we tend to assume certain things just because we've been believing them since we were alive.
Oh my
Or
god.
we decide the world's against us just because we're hungry or tired or something. And when we start tackling problems that ain't real, we ain't fixing our real problems. That make any kind of sense?
Why is this game calling me out so hard?
Fascinating, Samuel. These revelations that you had in the woods, Mortal psychologists have a term for them. They are called cognitive distortions.
It's all fucking distorted up here.
Cognitive whoozy what now?
Cognitive distortions. They are exactly as you described them. I will explain in a moment. Please, tell me about these specific revelations you had.
Explain high new mind.
I noticed how we stress ourselves out by making everything a battle of do-or-die absolutes. High noon mind, I call it. Like that feeling you get right before a big shootout.
I must confess I have no experience with this feeling. I engaged in mortal combat long before the age of gunpowder.
Yeah, he's like, I've actually had a lot of do or die, like for real in my life, so can't relate.
But the sentiment you describe mirrors the words of my old friend Marcus Aurelius. He used to say that the magnitude of life's challenges often turn us into our worst selves.
That's Marcus Aurelius. That's so the idea of being
Marcus
on nickname
Aurelius,
terms
the Roman
with Marcus Aurelius. Yeah.
Of course, his name was Marcus. Marcus was a bedroom name.
Oh, he's old. Okay. He was Marcus Aurelius.
You mean you and the Emperor were...
It was ancient Rome. Penetration was similar to a handshake. My apologies. I somehow forgot you were American. But let us discuss this high noon mind. I believe we can broaden your definition. Mortal psychologists call this phenomenon of binary thought polarized thinking, but
Polarized thinking,
Nosferatu
okay.
thinking.
Nosferatu thinking?
It means you are thinking in black and white.
Aha. I get it.
I get it. That's pretty funny.
I believe it encompasses the breadth of the distortion. One is not flatly weak or strong, good or evil, smart or stupid, a success or a failure. The truth is far more complex and colorful. Not
Okay.
every high noon gunfight ends in oblivion, correct?
But yeah, that's true. Getting shot still ain't fun, but it ain't the end neither.
A perfect example, Samuel. Now, try to catch me using Nosferatu.
All right, we got
thinking.
this. We got this, Daddy.
I will give you a series of statements, and one of them will contain Nosferatu thinking.
Okay.
I will repeat them if you miss it. If I do not drink blood, I will surely die. Death
That's
eventually
true.
comes for us all.
That's true.
Mortals will always fear our kind. Did you miss my Nosferatu thinking? Let me start over.
Oh, they wants me to click every.
If
Oh,
I do
sorry.
not drink blood, I will surely die.
I mean, that's true though. For vampires, I don't. Yeah, it's definitely the last one,
Death
right?
eventually comes for us all.
Yeah, because the first two are just true statements.
Mortals will always fear our kind.
That's Nosferatu thinking right there. I've met mortals who knew who I was and weren't scared.
There we go.
Very good, Samuel. And even if you hadn't, to say mortals will always fear us ends any hope that they might not.
Right.
Always is such a terminal word, is it not?
Terminal word. That's a good. That's a good term for it. I haven't heard before. Like the idea of using language, using words that like are very they're so broad and all-encompassing, like they kind of immediately like put up walls for any kind of progress in the future.
Would you like to discuss more of your revelations with me?
Yes, saloon
I
thinking.
realize that as vampires, we can get the feeling of the power that comes with immortality and strength, but then we get hopeless and aimless over time. It's kind of like the fella you see in the saloon at the bottom of a bottle of whiskey. Either he thinks he can fight everyone, or he's crying into them last drops because he thinks life's hopeless. It's saloon thinking. Two extremes that probably ain't true.
A fascinating observation, Samuel. Your saloon thinking was described in my time as the battle between hubris and nemesis, the twin excesses of arrogance and self-pity.
Huh, okay.
Oh man, it make me wish I'd gotten some schooling. Maybe I would have figured this stuff out earlier.
You live forever, my friend. There is no rush. What you have identified is a phenomenon where individuals perceive either an illusion of control or a lack of control. Mortal psychologists call this phenomenon you have described a control fallacy.
A control. So it's actually very similar to the Nosferatu thinking. It's like thinking in extremes, whereas reality is somewhere in the middle.
Rarely do we have complete power over our situations or no power at all. But we create this illusion that stops us from attempting to change our perceived situations.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're right about that. I used to think I'd never get away from my gang. And maybe that's what made me stick with them for so long.
That kind of thinking can cause you to stay in abusive dynamics with people when otherwise you would feel like you have enough agency to leave. That's a really good point.
Yes, you see how cognitive distortions
What those
keep us
hands
from facing
do.
reality, whatever that reality may be. Of course, I am so old and powerful that I am always in control.
Oop! Oop! That's, wait, is that one the... That's control fallacy, right?
Well, you're testing me, ain't you? That's
Yeah.
control fallacy right there.
Well done, Samuel. I am indeed very powerful.
When will the end reg happen? They just met.
Of Andromachos.
Let them shake hands first before they start. Well, he did say that penetration is like shaking hands in his day, so that wouldn't be that crazy.
Of course, as you expertly pointed out with your analogy about the man at the bottom of a whiskey bottle, a control fallacy can be positive or negative.
Right.
Listen to my next few statements and try to find a control fallacy. Simply let me continue if you do not detect one.
Okay.
The sun will eventually burn out. I will roam a cold, dead earth, and there is little I can do about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's just true, honestly, if you live forever.
My kitty cat died. I shall be lonely forever.
Okay, that's control fallacy.
Oh, I'm sorry about your sweet kitty, but you can always pick up a new one. Or there's lots of them just waiting
There we
for
go.
a loving home, so you don't need to be lonely.
It was just an example, Samuel. Well spotted. But I do speak from experience. I felt this way once when a pharaoh I was dating had our cat mummified. I went into a murderous depression that nearly decimated the continent.
No!
But I had the power to help myself all along by adopting a new friend in need of a home.
That's the thing that would suck about being a vampire, is having to watch. So, guys, the volume's already turned up a lot. I mean, I can turn it up more. I've already turned it up quite a lot. Is this better? Okay, let's see.
Oh, dang, don't let me get on your bad side.
I doubt you shall see it, Samuel. Did you have more revelations to tell me about?
We got one more,
See,
hot
I
branding.
used to be in a gang. They were my whole existence. If you asked me who I was, I would have said, I'm a murdering bastard. Once I got away, I realized how small-minded that was. I was Sam before I was a murdering bastard, but that's how I was choosing to brand myself.
Mm-hmm.
My old
Yes, this
gang's
is
still
Red Dead
around, and they're
Redemption 2.
still branding themselves like that.
I just
They
installed
can't
a
see
lot of
themselves
mods.
as anything but killers.
Very astute, Samuel. I favor the clinical term, however, which is labeling.
This seems a little too loud. Okay.
You correctly discovered that labeling is a reductive act. When we call ourselves names, even if we find them accurate,
Prophecies we
create
are
prophecies
doomed to
we are
fulfill.
doomed to fulfill.
Greek tragedy. We set up Greek tragedies for each other. Yeah.
For millennia, I thought of myself as a killer. It was not untrue that killing was how I made my way in the world. I was an unstoppable warrior and assassin. But with this label, I limited myself for ages. I did not only kill people, I also killed potential aspirations I might have had. See whether you can catch me doing some labeling in my next few statements.
All
I
right.
am so old, I am ancient.
I mean, that's just true.
Call me whatever you like, but don't call me late for dinner. How shall I describe myself? Yes, I am a mass murderer.
That one's labeling?
Well, that's about as clear a labeling as it gets. Yeah, we vampires tend to do a lot
Yeah,
of
there we
killing,
go, there we
but
go.
reducing ourselves to killers ain't doing us any favors.
Excellent, Samuel. You are
Woo!
correct. Labels can be cages that
I'm
we
good
lock
at this.
ourselves in. I was a mere murderer for most of my existence because that is how I labeled myself.
Yeah, I did the same thing. Sam Walls, the murderer, reprobate, and good for nothing.
Those are not how I would describe the Sam Walls I see before
Oh
me.
my god, wholesome vampires.
Did you have more revelations to tell me about?
I think
We're
that's
playing
all
as
of them.
Sam, by the
or
way.
at least the ones that were the most obvious to me.
That you recognize the concept of cognitive distortions at all is most impressive, Samuel. What took me nearly 3 millennia to understand took
Oh my
you
god, we're
nearly
so
2
smart.
centuries.
Oh, come on, you're just flattering me. I'm just a dope stumbling his way through one life.
No, you're labeling
Are you
again.
Tell me, Samuel, what kind of
Labeling.
Yeah, I'm doing some labeling. I gotta watch.
As long as we retain any humanity, we will have cognitive distortions. What we are aiming for is not to become perfect beings, but to understand and accept ourselves. As long as we can recognize cognitive distortions, we can address our real challenges.
Oh, let's look at some supers real quick. let's see. Mickey Accaroni, thank you so much. Gaming with Rob, thank you so much. Sangini, and Penguin, Lemon. My cat's name is Hex, by the way. Lemon. He is sleeping on the couch out in the living room. Toad King, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Phantom Trash BB, thank you so much. And Fox Lover Girl, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
One cannot drink blood from a straw man, after all.
Huh. I ain't never heard that one before, but I like it.
If it helps solidify the concept in your mind,
This is
then
kind
I
of the
am well
tutorial,
satisfied.
guys. Let's just get through the tutorial.
I know you came to learn from me, so I will do my best to honor your good intentions. Let us ensure I will give you a series of statements, and each
All right.
one
Let's
will contain a
breeze
cognitive
through this. We got this,
distortion for
guys.
you
We
to
got this.
identify. If I invite over my vampire friends, I know I'm going to have to deal with guano all over the place when they turn into bats at the end of the night.
That's true. If I invite over... Wait, that's one of these? Black and white thinking control fallacy. Wait, what? Isn't that just true? They just gonna poopy everywhere. Invite over my vampire friends. I know I'm gonna have to deal with guano all over the place when they turn into bats at the end of the night. Troll
Well, there's
fallacy?
a control fallacy, sir. You're acting like you've got
Yeah,
no
yeah.
control, but you could lay down some ground rules for guests, or some newspaper.
Or express concern to my friends that they have not been toiled.
Okay.
I am Andromachos, the ancient darkness, the scourge of the Mediterranean, the mortal's bane.
Labeling.
Well, that's definitely some intense labeling. Those are some hard names to get over.
You are not wrong. Those names followed me for millennia. If my club's revenues do not significantly increase, I will end up living on the street.
Yep, that's being over
But
dramatic.
there's got to be Nosferatu thinking. There's a huge space between making a ton of profit and living on the street.
Indeed, you are correct. I run my club at a considerable loss, but 3,000 years of banking interest means that money is not really an object
I
to
want to
me
feel
anyway.
Sam's whip. Y'all. Careful now. All right.
Samuel, now I am not only intrigued by you, but also impressed.
Would you
I
like to
would very much
fuck?
like to teach you my
Would
ways.
you like to
but
fuck,
I must
perhaps?
demand something of you first.
Would you like to bounce on it? Yes? Yes, Sam?
Anything. I'm here to learn.
You must receive therapy yourself.
No!
seen
How the
clients who have looked into your-
turntables!
Oh, now, hold on just a minute. I don't know that I need therapy. I'm feeling pretty good about myself these days.
Samuel, we all need therapy to live in this world. You have been
No, we're
speaking
not
in
as healthy
cognitive
and
distortions
fixed
since the
and
moment you
as we
walked
think
into
we
my
are.
office.
We gotta get some therapy.
I didn't even notice.
Crazy style.
They are most insidious, but I am here to help you identify and challenge them.
Okay.
You have walked alone for too long, Samuel. Allow me to share my experience with you.
And my vampire come.
Well, all right, if you say so. I appreciate your taking the time to work on this old cowpoke.
Oh, dude, labeling
We
again.
have all the time in the world, Samuel. But for now, you must be eager for something fresh. Please, dance. Drink your fill. We will
Let's go
begin
dance with the
tomorrow.
sexy goths. Yes.
Okay, then. Well, sir, it's been an honor.
You don't have to call me sir, you know.
You can't call me baddie.
All right, then, Andromachos.
Andromachos.
Hey, Andromachos.
Just call me Andy.
All right, Andy. I'll see you
I'm
tomorrow
Mr.
then.
Dumb Cowboy. I can't pronunciate them fancy European names. All right, y'all. Let's dance with the goths. Let's sober.
Dang, look at all them mortals, sweating, blood pumping. I am thirsty. There ain't no power on this earth that'll get me on a dance floor.
Oh my God, Sam, you're such a loser.
Maybe
Fuck.
I'll see if the bartender's got anything for me.
Okay. Okay.
If it isn't Clint Eastwood again.
Crimson.
How'd it go, cowboy?
Seems I'll be sticking around. Guess I'd better get used to things around here.
Thank you.
Good to hear. About time someone helped Andy with his work. Seems you vampires have a lot of problems to fix. Name's Crimson, by the way.
Fine meeting you, Crimson. How do you know so much about what Andy's doing?
Pillow talk. I'm his blood partner.
Oh my god! That's so horny!
No shit. How's a mortal get hooked up with an ancient vampire?
I mean, have you seen her? Look at her. What vampire would turn that down?
I'm a rock climber. I stumbled into one of his lairs in Madagascar, found a cave while climbing a mountain, and there he was, naked in a hot tub.
Dang. Must have been a sight.
And then she bounced on it.
You ain't kidding, cowboy. Didn't expect a luxury apartment with a gorgeous naked
That should have
vampire
been
inside of a mountain. We hit it off, and he asked me to come back here with him. I like an adventure, so I said, what the hell? I'll date the gorgeous Dracula.
I guess I will. Ugh. I guess I'll fuck the gorgeous, sexy vampire. Whatever, I guess.
But what are you doing talking to me, cowboy? The blood's running hot on the dance floor, and these kids don't mind a little biting.
Say less.
Ain't no way I'm dancing. There's gotta be a better way to get something fresh to drink.
Reinhard, look. It's the sexy old guy again.
They're so mean. They're so mean.
You should buy us a drink, old guy. You'll probably get lucky. Actually, you will definitely get lucky.
They're horned up. They want the vampire D.
Pleasures of the flesh ain't exactly what
Oh
I'm
my
after tonight.
god. One man drowns while another man dies of thirst. Am I right, guys? Am I right? God damn it, Sam. Cock blocking me like crazy.
That's because you haven't experienced these pleasures with us yet. Buy us a drink and you will discover great satisfaction by uns.
I swear to God, Sam, if you fuck this up for me, I'm gonna be so pissed. Tell them. What the hell? All of these are factually incorrect. Stop! This is what a boner killer, Sam. You're being such a boner killer. Yeah, where is the yes option? Is there a secret yes option? If I just sit here long enough? Okay, tell them you're not true. Technically true. Tell them you don't have the money. Ah! Okay, only 2 and 3 are acceptable. I don't have the money.
I ain't buying you a drink. All I got are good old-fashioned dollars.
That's not what I meant.
I like American money. All we have on our money are buildings. You have us the sexy old men.
They said old man yowie now.
All
I
right,
really-
I'll buy it. Which of them old men are sexy?
I like Hamilton. His posture is just so powerful.
I love them. Stop.
There is a dollar coin that has Eisenhower's face on it.
They're so
Oh,
mean.
you are right. Eisenhower is, what you Americans say, a snack.
I get it. You like older men. Look, kids, you seem like nice enough folks, but I wasn't planning on buying drinks tonight.
One man drowns while another man dies of thirst. This is fucked. I'm so angry right now.
Stop teasing the cowboy, Kinder. They're just messing with you. Drinks are free here.
Oh,
Dang, really? Ain't never been to a saloon with free hooch.
Call it a drink exchange.
oh, that's a good deal for a goth. I go and drink free alcohol and then also get my blood sucked by a vampire. That's a sick deal. That's a fucking sick deal.
So, everyone here knows they might be sharing blood?
Only as long as there's consent. We like to create a safe environment
Very
here.
cool.
Why don't you take Reinhard and Maxie here back to the kink room?
Sam, I swear to God, don't fuck this up for me.
Wait, kink
Don't
room?
fuck this up for me. Sam! Sam!
Mm-hmm. You're not in Kansas anymore, cowboy. We are not afraid of sex here.
Oh gosh darn it, I'm just a silly cowboy. I ain't never had sexual relations with no one before. Quit it, Sam. Quit lying. Quit being coy.
I'm from Missouri, but point taken.
Nobody has to do anything they don't want to do in there. Just have fun and drink your fill, handsome. I'm sure I'll be seeing plenty of you. Maxie, Reinhard, this is one of our special customers.
Ach so, ein Vampir. I'm thinking we are all getting lucky then.
This game is so horny off the bat. They're like, okay, here's the really intense therapy speak. Now you get to be horny. There you go.
My neck throbs with anticipation.
That ain't the only thing that's throbbing, if you know what I mean.
Dang. Guess I'm going to a kink room then. Well, thanks, Crimson.
Sam over here acting like Miss Pollyanna.
I knew a man who wore this much leather couldn't be boring.
Yeah, well, you got me pegged.
That's the plan.
Is that what we are doing now? Give me the document and I will sign myself up for it.
I really ain't in Missouri no more. Look, I'm more into biting.
Oh, your teeth look perfect. Are you going to bite me with those?
That's the plan. Who's going first?
Oh, me.
Well, step right on up. Remember, Sammy boy, just stick the tips of them fangs into the blue veins and we'll all have a nice time.
What the fuck? Oh, shit. Bite. Okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, I think I did it. I think I did it right. I think.
Oh, that's a good thing.
Is it my turn yet?
Sure thing. Come on over.
There's enough. Okay, I gotta just time it to where it lines up and bite.
Oh, Reinhard, the hot old vampire wore me out.
Me too, Maxie. I feel as though I have set up a mail server.
Reinhard, mein Sucke Fledermaus. Ich bin
I
so
wish I
müde,
knew German.
Sätze
Anyone
zu
in here
sagen.
know German? Anyone in here know German? Translate right now. Right now.
I will get us a taxi cab, Liebchen. Und du, cowboy? Next time we will talk about that thing you mentioned earlier.
Oh, yeah, sure thing, fella. Maybe I can tell you some Eisenhower stories.
I think he was talking about some Eiffel Tower stories, if you know what I mean. Okay, sorry, guys.
Now that I've had something to drink, I should probably get to my coffin.
Samuel, wait a moment. I see you got your fill. Are you heading out?
Are you heading out without bouncing on it? Eh?
Yeah, I figure I can use some shut-eye. I locked up my coffin over at the storage center.
Would you like to share a coffin with me, maybe?
Storage center. Please, you can use my guest coffin. I insist. You must be well rested for the challenges ahead.
Guess I got a big night tomorrow, huh? I should get a good day's sleep.
Wonderful. Please, follow me.
Follow me to my, how you say, sex dungeon.
Well, dang. This is mighty plush. Guess it's one of them smart coffins.
Oh, shit. We got a TV in the coffin, baby. We got a TV in the coffin.
Let's see what's on TV. Hey, I remember this movie. We were so proud to finally get some representation. Not sure I should stay up watching movies, though.
Oh my God, Sam.
Well, ain't much else to do in here. I think it's about time
Sam
I
is
hit the hay.
allergic to fun.
Hope I'm cut out for all this.
Come on, Sam. You're in Europe now. You gotta fucking party it up. You gotta represent
Samuel,
us.
Good evening. I hope
From the
you slept
south.
well.
Like the dead, as they say.
I was hoping to save you some breakfast, but I've already sent them on their way.
Oh, that's all right. I'm still pretty full from last night. Them goth types were practically throwing themselves at me.
Practically, they were throwing themselves at you, Sam.
I am not surprised. Perhaps I should be concerned that some of my guests will follow you home.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Well, gosh, if I still had mortal circulation, I'd be blushing.
Why are you so embarrassed, Samuel?
Ah, hell. Guess we should just save it for therapy, huh? We're gonna get
All right,
started now?
let's get this over with so we can go back to being horny.
If you like.
Why not? I'm eager to get going. Let loose, Doc.
That is the plan.
Very well.
Poppers!
Let's start with the first question any therapist asks then. What brought you to me? Why is becoming a therapist so important to you?
I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna try to rein it in a little bit. I'm sorry.
Well, gosh, I remember what it was like. Being all angry, hungry, and scared all the time. It ain't no way to live. When I see vampires acting the way I used to, I just need to show them there's more to unlock.
And why is that up to you?
You, of all people, know how lost our kind can be. Preying on the weak, dating mortal high schoolers.
Oop! Oop! Calling out Edward there real quick. Oop!
gotta make them see their potential. That's what I'm here for. I know it.
That is a lot of responsibility to place on yourself.
Come on,
You got
Sam.
a funny look in your eye. Am I doing one of them distortion things?
You are most perceptive. Yes. Perhaps you can tell me what it
Ooh,
is.
that's a control fallacy, right?
When you say you are here to make vampires see the world differently, in what way are you distorting reality?
I think control fallacy, because I'm putting all this, like, responsibility on myself over things that I can't necessarily control.
Well, I guess that's a control fallacy, right? I can't assume I'll be able to help other vampires the way I was helped.
Very good, Samuel. Control fallacies are hard to avoid when one feels strongly about something.
Why is Funky goth/emo? Maybe because I have joy in my heart and I'm expressing myself today. How about them apples?
Your fate is not to transform every vampire you ever meet, even those who are your clients. You will do what you can do, and that is enough.
Very healthy.
But I am eager to learn how you developed this desire to help our kin find a different way of thinking.
Well, like I told you
Blah,
when I
blah,
first
blah.
emailed
Proper
you,
name,
I
place
was a real
name,
nasty son of a
backstory
bitch when I
stuff.
first became a vampire. When I look back and see what a no-account piece of shit I was, it all seems pretty stupid to me now. Here we are living forever and all we can do is kill? It's the dumbest thing I ever did here.
I am going to stop you for a moment. Stupid, no-account piece of
Oh,
shit.
we're talking
Now,
bad
do
about
you
ourselves.
hear the way you are talking about yourself?
No, very bad.
With
You
respect,
can't be
sir,
doing
I
that.
earned all them names. I killed women and children. Half the ghost towns out west are my doing. I didn't think of nobody but myself.
Oh, we're a bad boy. We're such a bad boy.
Pretend you are my therapist. If I sat here and called myself a no
Labeling,
I'd say
baby.
You were doing some labeling. And I guess I'd tell you to look at yourself a little more kindly.
Labeling.
extend the same compassion to yourself then, Samuel. How are you to move on from being a If you wish to be a guide to other vampires, you must start with compassion.
We can't help other
for them
people
and for
if
yourself.
we can't help
So,
ourselves.
now that you've gotten all that horrible name-calling out of the way, please tell me, how did you find your sense of purpose?
Well, I was on the run, you see. The Wild West was ending, and the Pinkertons were starting to get the better of my gang.
The fact that the Pinkertons are still active, by the way, is so crazy. Like, they're still an active organization. I didn't even know the Pinkertons were real. I thought that was like a Red Dead Redemption 2 kind of thing. I didn't realize that they not only were real, but are still actively operating. Yeah, like a company, like relatively recently, that thing like with Hasbro or whatever happened, where they literally sent the literal Pinkertons after somebody who accidentally got sent a new release pack of cards. Like, they messed up and sent the dude a pack of cards that he shouldn't have gotten, and then they sent the Pinkertons after him. I'm telling a true story. That is real. That's a real thing that happened. The Pinkertons are still on call. They're not a Red Dead Redemption thing.
I went into hiding and found a strange group of folks out in the country. They knew I was an outlaw right away, but they didn't judge me for it. They didn't even care that I was a vampire. They welcomed me like a friend. They taught me how to appreciate the beauty of the night, and I started
so
seeing
sweet.
things I'd never noticed before.
I want more horny goths, please.
They taught me my letters, philosophy, and how to question things instead of
Yeah,
being scared of
private
them.
police. The Pinkertons are a gang. They still are a gang. Private police, that's not a thing. Private police is not a thing. That's hiring a gang. I'm sorry. Not to be the friend that's too woke. There's no such thing as a private police force. That is a gang. You are hiring mercenaries. That's what that is.
I think about them every day of my own life. They somehow freed themselves of all the judgments of the time and were better off for
I
it.
feel like my outfit keeps slipping and it's annoying me. Okay. Not used to so many frills.
These must have been the 19th century American transcendentalists, yes?
Yes, sir. I'm glad I died when I did, because their like just don't exist no more. Once my community died out, I started walking. That was something else they taught me how to do. There ain't nothing like having a walk and a think. I walked in nature for about 90 years. I guess I was kind of selfish, though. I should have been helping other vampires the way the transcendentalists helped
No,
me.
you needed to find yourself
Fire.
first.
Why waste 90 years walking when I should have been helping others?
Control
Seems
fallacy.
pretty obvious to me. I could have done a lot of good in that time.
But your should turns that which you could find fulfilling into a duty. You create
That's so true.
extrinsic truth statements or another cognitive distortion. Something
Oh, I do
created
that all the
by your own
time.
mind.
Oh my god.
Nature asks almost nothing of you. Even if your should comes from a place of good, it creates undue pressure.
Yeah.
And what do we do once we are pressured? We resent the shoulds. We procrastinate. And as you know, we have a lot of time to procrastinate.
You got that right. Why do today what you could do next century?
Exactly. Should statements remove the intrinsic
This
joy
game is
from
calling
that
me
which
out
you
so
find
hard right
fulfilling?
now. Oh my god.
Hold on, though. Ain't there some things we really should do?
Of course, there are things we must do. But nature herself tells us what they are. We invent the rest.
Alright, we got this, guys. We've
Let
been
me give you an
acing this
exercise.
shit so far.
Listen closely. See whether you can find the shoe. I should
Okay.
go to the vampire dentist. You know what they say. If you have bad fangs, you get bad blood.
Okay, that's relatively reasonable.
I should drink blood today.
That's relatively reasonable.
I should take my blood partner Crimson out on a date. I should be wary of sexually transmitted diseases.
Wait, all these seem... The only one that I'm thinking might be is the date one. I'm actually a little bit confused
Did
now.
you miss my should statement? I
Yeah,
should
yeah.
go to the vampire dentist. You know
That
what? I
was-
should drink blood today. I should take my
It's this
blood
one.
partner.
It's
I
this
should
one.
be wary
No,
of
damn
sexually
it.
transmitted
Damn it,
diseases.
I accidentally
Did
clicked.
you miss my should statement? I
Let's
should
try
go
to-
to the
da-da-da.
vampire dentist. I should drink
It's-
blood today. I
it's
should
this
take my
one.
blood partner Crimson
Because the date
out
should
on
be
a date.
fun. The date should be fun. It shouldn't be a should thing. So should.
Saying you should take Crimson out on a date is a should statement.
That's right, Samuel. You know, I couldn't be more pleased with you. Your time in nature was clearly well spent.
Well, thanks, I suppose. But if you don't mind my saying so, I hope you're treating that mortal lady right.
Oh, I am very much treating her right.
Thank you. Please, ask her yourself. I imagine she would share her blood with you. You look like her type.
Oh, they're open.
Hold on. I've only been in Europe for a couple of days. I ain't gonna go after my teacher's girlfriend.
She does what she wishes, and that is why I chose her as my blood partner. Samuel, even if it beats no longer, you have a good heart. I think you will be an excellent therapist.
So far, that good heart of mine hasn't amounted to much, but I'm willing to give it my best shot.
You are uncomfortable with praise, aren't you, Samuel?
He
Every time I
is.
say something positive, you find a way to negate it.
This game is calling me out.
I just don't think I should be doing any bragging. I spent my first 50 years killing. I spent the next 90 walking in the woods.
I feel like that's also a very socially Southern thing. Like, I think there are certain parts of the world where that kind of exchange is very normal. Like, it's not so much that you're talking bad about yourself, it's just a very normal part of the exchange. Like, the unspoken rule is, in certain parts of the world, like, where politeness is very focused on, such as in the South, if someone compliments you, you know, the rigmarole we go through is, oh no, and it's not really meant to be, like, you know, it's not meant to be that much of a thing. It's just like a social nicety that I feel like we as Southerners do. So I think some of these, I feel like most of what's being said is true, but you do kind of have to pick up on different, like cultural differences, I feel like. Because, like, culturally in the South, it's not like a big deal if you turn down a compliment, like, politely. It's seen as like, oh, like, you know, it's the same thing as like when someone says thank you. I think it's very typical for Americans, for instance, to say, oh, no problem, instead of, oh, you're welcome, right? Because, like, I've heard a lot of Europeans say, oh, I can't believe that Americans say no worries, oh, no problem. That's so rude. You're supposed to say you're welcome. But, like, the intended meaning behind it is, oh, don't think that you've put me out in any way. It was no problem for me. It's not a rude thing. It's making sure that the other person knows that they haven't done anything to put you out. So it's actually a very nice thing. It's just like I think it's just cultural differences. Anyways, I thought that was an interesting thing, especially with Sam being from the South.
I've tried to walk a better path since then, but I ain't no saint, Andy.
Or Missouri. I guess, yeah.
I did not say you were. Having met several so-called saints, I can attest that none of them were either. I understand your discomfort, Samuel. I, too, have done terrible things that I cannot erase.
Well, I guess when you put it like that, it sounds kind of silly.
It's another cognitive distortion, one that mortal psychologists call
Disqualifying the positive. Okay.
I understand that the actions of your past are difficult to bear, but what we are here to do is accept reality with both its positive and negative aspects.
I spaced out looking at Sam's South.
I am not saying that
Stop!
you should
Y'all know the
disqualify
rules.
negative actions.
You're
but
not allowed to
merely
be
note
funnier than
when you
me. It's
disqualify
not
the
allowed.
positive ones. Let us try an exercise. See whether you can challenge me
Okay.
when I disqualify
We got this.
my
We've been
positive
acing
deeds.
this.
I am Andromachos, one of the most powerful vampires alive.
That's not disqualifying a
Before I
positive.
became the vampire I am now, I did exceptionally terrible things.
Uh-huh.
I have defiled the innocent. I have killed countless people.
These are all
The
true.
good I now do pales in comparison to
Okay,
the
that's
evil.
disqualifying the
one.
positive.
You're literally just.
Well done, Samuel.
Woo!
I believe the recognition of this distortion will serve you well when
Whoa, tomorrow. I only
We're
just
getting
started
clients right
learning these
away.
here.
I will, of course, be with you. You needn't worry. I can
Don't
sense your
worry,
instincts
Batty
and
will be with
help you.
us. Batty Andromachos.
But tomorrow, I just don't feel ready yet.
My friend, we are never truly ready. But if it would ease your concerns, we can practice with further examples.
Nope, we got this.
think
We
I'm
got
good.
this. We got this. We are ready to bounce on it.
Alright, Sam.
I can't
You
stop
must
saying
be
that
hungry
meme,
now.
dude.
I suggest you get the liter inside you. We have a big night
That
tomorrow.
ain't the only thing I'm trying to get inside me, if you know what I'm saying.
How much is a liter?
Just get enough to
Girl,
drink,
stop
Sam.
embarrassing
You
us.
will not be able to
Stop,
work if you are
Sam. I'm
hungry
sick of this
or
Pollyanna
tired.
routine. Stop making the people in the South seem stupid. We're not this bad. Oh my God, is Estrella from Twitch? Thank you so much. Holy shit. Twitch is popping off today. What's up? What's up? Hell yeah. Thank you so much. That is so awesome of you. Thank you so much.
Now, please excuse me. I do have a date with Crimson tonight. I suspect I shall not return until nearly morning.
She's going to, as you say, bounce on it.
Oh, yeah, of course. I hope you have a nice night out, Mr. Andy.
You as well, Samuel. Rest in peace.
Boop. Okay, y'all. All right. We're going to get our first few clients.
Ah, Samuel, glad to see you are awake. Your
First client, let's
is always-
go.
What, already?
Are they
Look,
hot?
Mr. Andy, sir, are you sure
No,
I'm
we have to
ready
be
for this?
professional.
These are people's brains
We have
I'm
to be
messing with.
professional therapists today, okay?
Fear not, my friend. You are a powerful vampire in your own right. All you need to do is listen, and I know the truth will reveal itself to you.
We can't disappoint Batty. We can't disappoint Batty and Andromachos.
Shucks, wish I had your confidence.
Well, to a limited extent, I can see the future. If you are about to misinterpret a client's distortions, I will set you back.
Oh,
on the
he's
right
got us on
path.
easy mode. We got it.
You
We
can see
got
the future.
this.
It's not that impressive, really. You start to...
Disqualifying the positive.
Dang, if seeing the future ain't impressive,
Quit it.
that's gotta be a distortion. Disqualifying the
You barely require my aid as
I
it
got
is.
your ass, Andy. I got
If
your
you need
ass.
guidance, I will provide it to you telepathically.
Oh my goodness, you can see what's happening in my brain. Okay, hold up. Can you see this? It just thinks of something absolutely nasty.
Don't think about it too much. When you are 3,000, such things will cease to
He's
impress you.
3,000 years old. He's so old.
Let us look at your first client's case file.
Ultimate gilf.
Dr. Drayne, huh? You ain't got no first
Hot
name?
Drayne. Dr. Drayne is a class of 1614 graduate of the Royal College of Physicians. Oh, so he was like a physician where they were like birthing a baby and then touching on a body and then birthing a baby. This is pre-washing hands physician. He has been studying the nature of blood for the last several centuries. He became a vampire after a post-mortem blood transfusion experiment. Now runs a global pharmaceutical research company. Is now concerned that he has developed an addiction to a drug of his own formula. Oh no, he's hot. Suggestion: detected strong irritability on the phone. Investigate Drayne's drinking and sleeping habits. He's 430. He's in that DILF range, baby.
Many vampires go by one name. Families and titles seem to become more abstract after a certain age.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
So is it funny that he kept the title?
Indeed, you catch on quickly, despite your habit of disqualifying the positive.
Okay, so it's strange that after multiple centuries, he's held onto the title of doctor. Because most vampires don't care about that kind of thing after a long time because it kind of becomes irrelevant. But he's held on to that. So that is an interesting thing. Okay, he clearly puts a lot of emphasis on his training, even though it happened back in like the 1600s and is kind of irrelevant at this point.
I will let you work now. I shall be meditating in my coffin, but
I will
sense when you
be
need my help.
meditating.
Samuel, I know you can handle this. Be yourself,
Okay.
and all will be well.
Off he goes.
Satan bless it all, I hate flying.
Oh God, here he is. It's Drayne.
Hey there. God's blood, what on earth are you? My name's
Oh, he's a
Sam.
dick.
I'm the new therapist. Make yourself comfortable, Dr. Drayne. And American as well. Good God. It's not enough for you lot to take over the world of the living. Even the halls of the dead aren't safe from you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Is someone with an English accent getting on to me, an American, about taking over the world? I'm sorry. Do my American ears deceive me? Is a person with an English accent getting off on drawing up old ass history about conquering things? How about we take a step back? How about we look inward perhaps for a second? Fuck this guy.
Oh well. I suppose your lot are all into this touchy-feely stuff, aren't you?
Oh, he is coming on aggressive immediately.
And ignorance, even American ignorance, is bliss, I suppose. Oh, sweet
Okay.
ignorance, how I do wish I knew thee. Damn it, how am I gonna work with this fella? I gotta ask Annie.
How about we just fight it out? How about we just... like the old school.
Are you alright, Samuel?
What is this fucking Star Wars hologram shit? What the fuck is this? Fucking Anakin Skywalker fucking showing up in the end credit scene ass. What the fuck? Fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi's ass. Fucking Emperor Palpatine's about to tell me what order I need to execute. My God.
You gave me this fella as my first client?
Why not? He is clearly hiding very
It's
little
hot
about
here.
his state of mind.
I'm wearing long sleeves in the summer in Texas. This is on me.
How am I supposed to help him when he already sees me as the bad guy?
Use your instincts, Samuel.
And he's also
Think about how you have
xenophobic as
felt in
fuck.
your darkest hours. What does this poor vampire want?
He wants a reality check. He wants to leave. He wants to complain. I think. He needs to vent. I think that's...
I think he just wants to complain.
Perceptive, Samuel. He can hardly stop himself, can he?
Yeah, he needs to just... He wants to just vent and get it out.
So, what? I just let him complain?
Of course. Just give him a starting point to let it all out. It will make him feel better.
Hey, sometimes that's all therapy is. Sometimes therapy is just sitting in a room and just being mad for a little bit.
Well, if you say so.
Don't worry, Samuel. You are doing wonderfully.
Okay.
Well, are you just going to sit there? I was.
Oh
just
yeah,
gonna
this whole
ask how
time
your
I'm
trip
like,
here was.
there, I'm talking to Batty. I'm just like, for several uninterrupted seconds.
My trip was bloody wonderful. Until my familiar got a flat tire and I had to fly 30 kilometers here as a bat.
Oh, poor baby.
I hate being a bat and I hate flying. Do you know an owl tried to eat me? Me, a creature that has lived for centuries, treated like common prey.
Aww.
I'm surprised he was even interested. You should see what an ugly little beastie I am when I
Ooh,
transform.
that sounds like labeling.
All I could do was screech and squeak until he went away.
He's insecure about his bat form. No.
Well, I suppose I'm alive, in a manner of speaking anyway. You all right there, pal? Yes, I'm fine. Well, I'm not, of course. I wouldn't
I
be
can
here
fix
otherwise.
him.
But for the sake of conversational
That's my
integrity,
job.
fine. I take it you read my case file and know why I'm here?
Ooh, let's stop and start the recording real fast. And boop. I take it you read my case file. He has an addiction.
You're here for an addiction problem. Yes. Embarrassing, isn't it? Well, what's to be embarrassed about? I remember when Ulysses S. Grant was president. Didn't seem to bother him. Oh, well, of course. How wonderful it is that I share the mental failings of people who only live a single lifetime. Hey, come on now. There's a part of us that's still mortal. Can't help that, just like we can't help being dead. So I'm discovering. Look, I just need some tips and I'll be on my way. Just give me all the tricks. Whatever
He wants
one
an
does to make
easy
addictions go
solution,
away.
which is not possible.
Tips. Let me think.
I'll give you a tip. All right. Suggest suggest something. Suggest there are no easy solutions. I mean, yeah, addiction is a complex thing. There's no easy, immediate fix solution. In fact, the search for an immediate fix is what often, I think, like, drives people to addiction, right? Like, that's kind of what people look to substances for in the first place, so.
Partner, there ain't no tips that'll magically cure you, but I'm here to listen. You know, I never in my life thought anyone would ever call me partner. Like partner, but not with a T. And I know how
That's
you
just that
English love your
southern
tea.
charm, baby. No, we'll get the hug later, don't worry, guys.
Thank goodness we can still process tea. We cannot live on blood alone. I appreciate the concern, though. I must admit, I rather saw myself above this whole addiction thing.
Yeah, okay, so it sounds like his addiction has started to make him question himself in a very negative way.
I tell you what, let's not worry about being above or below anything. You're here now, so let's see what we can do.
Am I absolutely brain rotted, or is this giving Aaron Yeager just a tad? Like, just a tad. Guys, can you validate me? Can y'all validate my non-binary T? Real quick. Do y'all see what I'm talking about? Do you feel a little bit? Just a little bit? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I need to be, I want to validate myself a little bit there.
What exactly are you addicted to? It's a form of plasma, a catalytic compound of my own design, a necessary component of my own scientific goals.
Oh, so he made like super ultra concentrated blood and then got addicted to it.
You're losing me. Well, let me try to make it simple. I have been able to replicate and even alter the molecular patterns that vampiric erythrocyte surface receptors receive.
Oh, baby, Sam can't even understand basic vocabulary. You're gonna have to dumb it down for him a little bit more than that.
Our unique physiology gives us an increased ligand affinity, which is how we are able to process blood the way that we do. I can extend this receptivity and thus achieve my true goal.
Synthetic blood would be awesome.
Freedom from the hunger that plagues us and hope for all humanity.
That would actually be an amazing thing to accomplish for vampires.
Well, dang, that sounds pretty impressive, Doc. Well, it doesn't work without a vampiric catalyst, and that is the plasma I am addicted to. Pathetic, isn't it? I have spent 400 years trying to steal the secret of blood, only to be engulfed by it, like Prometheus walking into a fireplace. Pathetic? Doc, where the heck would you get a word like that? You've come up with a synthetic blood.
I'm just
Man,
a dumb
I can barely get my
country
spurs on some
boy.
mornings.
I just can't understand. Sam's irritating me, guys, a little bit.
Maybe you had a setback or two, but give yourself a little credit, compadre. Credit? For wasting 400 years? Practically speaking, I'm in the same place as I was back when King James was in power.
Aw,
Only
poor
now I have a drug
baby.
problem. Perhaps I must face facts. My professor was right.
No!
Nothing we ever do will make a damned bit of difference.
Samuel, listen to him. Do you recognize his patterns of thought?
There's some distortions in there, ain't there?
Yep.
I knew you would sense them. Invite him to talk more about this failure of his.
Yep. He's got
I'll
some
do my
severe
best.
cognitive distortions.
Now hold on just a minute there, cowpoke. But it sure sounds to me like you ain't thinking clearly if you think you're a failure. I am a realist, that's all.
I think he's definitely having Nosferatu thinking, for sure.
Look at me. 400 years of study and still dabbling with leukocytes.
Okay. Okay. Oh, this is actually a little bit hard, because he's struggling with, I feel like, almost all of these, basically. But he's definitely disqualifying the positive, because, yeah, because he's like, I think the chat agrees, right? He's like, he's basically just ignoring all the good of his work and, like, disqualifying it because of, I'm gonna say yeah.
I don't know many people who would call working with leukocytes dabbling. I mean, I gotta admit, I have no earthly clue what you're talking about. So unless you made up all them science terms, I think you might be doing more than playing with a chemistry set. Perhaps. But if we consider all there is to know about blood, I know precious little. But you know something. Yes, I concede I might know something about blood. I would hope so after 400 years. You still got more knowledge about blood than most, whether it's been 4 years or 400 years, amigo. Let's get back to what you were saying, though. I'm saying I am surely the oldest, most well-studied doctor in the world. I should have achieved more than this.
Okay, so that's not, should, it's a should statement. It's the should. He's putting a ton of pressure on himself.
Who said you should have achieved more? Isn't it obvious? I should have something to show for 400 years of work. And what happens if you don't? Absolutely nothing at all.
Yeah, you got eternity, baby.
Well, that's my point. That is not as encouraging as you think it is. Ain't meant to be encouraging, just showing you a little reality. Well, it's all my fault, really. I cannot seem to motivate my scientists to reach the necessary level of dedication. It's always shocking to me how little urgency mortals have around death.
It's all my fault. Control fallacy.
So it's all your fault that you haven't come up with the perfect synthetic blood.
I think we're doing
It
good.
can't be anyone else's fault. Only I have the skill, the knowledge, and the experience.
Damn, they really threw us into the deep end here.
Pardon me for saying so, Doc, but it sounds like what you're doing is pretty dang complicated. It sounds to me like you're some kind of god if you expect control over life itself.
Uh-huh.
Please, I'm a scientist, not a spiritualist. It is not control I seek, but understanding. And are you ever gonna have perfect understanding?
Nope, that's the nature of science. You never will.
No, of course not. I'm not a wizard. So how about not putting saving the world on one person, Doc?
We got this. We got
That
this,
is a
guys.
simplification, but I take your point. As I was saying, now that I'm addicted to my own drug, I have joined the ranks of mortal celebrities in my utter irrelevance.
That's labeling.
Now, why would you go and label yourself irrelevant?
We got this, dude. Easy money.
What else do you call a man who has nothing to show after 400 years? I reckon I'd call him by his given name. Slapping a label on yourself
We
don't
got
do
this,
nothing but weigh you
guys.
down. Oh, well played, cowpoke. Perhaps I am being a little dramatic. Yes, I'm aware that in reality progress has been made, enough to get to this point. But I didn't come here to ask for a pat on the back and to be told I'm a good boy.
Why not?
That ain't my department, but I hear they do some of that stuff downstairs.
Every time I come up with a joke, they immediately follow up and do the same joke. Cow poke. I'll show you some cow poking if you want, good boy.
Yes, we all know very well that the Continentals are more sexually liberated than we are.
Okay.
But as I say,
Hey, that's something we can relate on. We're both
therapy
prudes.
stuff. I just want to stop using this damn drug. So what's so good about this stuff anyway? Why do you like it? I'm not certain. I don't remember what happens after I take it, but I wake up feeling, how do I put this, alive. Well, that don't sound so bad. A good nap can make me feel like a new man. I'm not talking about feeling refreshed. I mean I feel alive. As if I'm someone else. Someone who lives.
Uh-oh.
And I wake up and find, oh gracious me, I am not depressed. You mean to tell me that you're going to sleep depressed every night?
Ooh,
Oh,
no.
nothing of the sort. Oh well, I'm glad to hear that. You are assuming that I can simply go to sleep and my global scientific enterprise will run
Oh, he
itself.
doesn't sleep at all.
Oh wait just a gosh darn minute. You're telling me you don't sleep? Yes, it's not as though we can get much deader already, and I have work to do.
Oh no, poor baby.
So you're not sleeping, and you're always depressed. I think we're starting to get somewhere. Oh, don't be such a bumpkin. If you're a sapient individual, aware of the world around you, depression is the only sensible reaction. It has nothing to do with sleep.
This guy is too relatable. Jesus Christ. Okay. Yeah, okay. Don't be such a bumpkin. I think this is Nosferatu thinking. I think. Right? This has gotta be Nosferatu thinking, right?
Come on now, it's a big world out there.
20
and different
distortions
things are
correct in a
depressing to
row,
different people.
guys! We got this! Yes!
Everyone reacts to things differently. Ain't it true that a sensible person, as you call them, might even be a different degree of depressed? Very well, I suppose I might have been using a bit of mild hyperbole.
Mild hyperbole, yes.
Mild is putting it
yes,
mildly,
quite.
buckaroo. Buckaroo? Now I'm even more depressed.
How to immediately incense a British person, call them buckaroo.
Regardless, I didn't come here to be a whiner. Oh, boo-hoo, life is hard. Yes, we all know it's hard. In the moments I wake up, I feel free. I suppose it must be what being an ignoramus feels like.
In the moments I wake up, I feel free. I suppose it must be, I don't know. In the moments, I got distracted. Very British depression of you. This is, I mean, that is a thing, right? I mean, I know that, like, I watch a lot of British television, and there is definitely a more depressive edge, I feel. Labeling? I think y'all are right. I think it is labeling.
You honestly think feeling good makes you an ignoramus?
Yeah, because he's calling himself a name.
The phrase ignorance is bliss is most apt, don't you think? But by calling yourself an ignoramus, you're making bliss something to be avoided.
Ooh, Sam.
Yes, unfortunate how that works, isn't it? The only way to be happy is by being a fool.
Damn.
Partner, those are your labels. Try using something more positive and see how you feel. What, shall I say that by being ignorant, I am a noble genius? Still just labels. It wears off rather quickly, but I must admit that I've been chasing that feeling of false contentment. Partner, I gotta cut in here. You're saying a lot of things that just ain't true. Start from the top.
All right.
Oh, don't be such a bumpkin. If you are a sapient individual, aware of the world around you, depression is the only sensible reaction. It has nothing to do with sleep. Regardless, I didn't come here to be a whiner. Oh, boo-hoo, on life is hard. Yes, we all know it's hard.
I didn't come here to be... Oh, I didn't come here to be a whiner. Ooh, I feel like he's labeling himself as a whiner. Yeah, he is I think he's rehashing the lines because we're starting off from the top and we're going back through what we've been talking about. Right? So he's labeling himself as a whiner.
Now, why'd you say coming and talking to me makes you a whiner? Is that not what I currently am? Sounds to me like you're expressing yourself. Whiner is the word you used. Yeah, if you want to call it whining, that's up to you. But that's entirely your label. Oh, very well, call it moaning or whinging if you prefer.
Oh, whinging! Whinging, that's a very British term, isn't it? I don't think I've ever used the term whinging in my life.
Moaning, whinging, bellyaching, still all just labels. I don't believe I shall be using the term bellyaching in any case. But as I was saying... Oh, very well. I suppose I might be discounting my experience.
Okay, we're breaking through.
I don't know how to say this, amigo. You really don't like letting yourself be happy. Honestly, I'm failing to see the problem with taking this stuff. Seems like it's making you get the rest you need and it makes you feel good. What's the problem? First of all, I do not need to rest. And partaking of this plasma does have downsides. What kind of downsides? I do not know what happens when I partake of the substance. However, when I wake up, I feel refreshed. But I also smell blood and sex.
Oh, so he's getting freaky.
Once I even woke up wearing a football jersey. It was most distasteful.
Oh no, that's kind of bad though, right? Because he's blacked out, so that is kind of dangerous. He might be putting himself in really bad situations there.
I guess you must be having some kind of good time.
Yeah, but he's not aware of it, so that's not a good thing.
That is not my idea of a good time. I'm Dr. Drayne. I am intelligent and worldly.
This is actually kind of a gray area, right? Because there's also this idea of like he's unable to satisfy basic physical urges without this substance. But he needs to find a way to engage in those things without having to, like, drug himself.
I don't go gallivanting into godforsaken places to engage in depraved coitus and the consumption of dirty blood. It sounds to me like you're real good at denying yourself things.
He's, like, allergic to fun, this poor dude.
Well, I should be better at it.
Should statement.
No, Doc. A wise old vampire recently told me something I'm about to tell you. You keep talking about the things you should be doing.
We got this, guys. We got this.
You, compadre, are shooting all over yourself. Oh, well, that is vivid, isn't it?
You're shooting all over yourself.
Faults. I'm being serious. I'm listening to you tell me I should be doing this, and I shouldn't be doing that. But who gave you all them shoulds and shouldn'ts?
My bad.
I don't know. It shouldn't matter, should it? I've been dead for over 400 years. It's the oldest stuff that sticks with us, amigo. We all got traumas. Heck, we're dead men. That's traumatic no matter what. What we gotta start with is you. You've been through a lot. Don't rope yourself up so tight.
I feel like we're nailing this, guys.
Now, let's not push too hard. I would really like you to think about where all them shoulds are coming from before we meet again.
I think we got this, guys. I think we did good.
And be good to yourself, all right, partner? Don't feel like you gotta go cold turkey on that plasma stuff. Yes, well, all the same, I'd rather not do it at all. Is that actually gonna happen, though? It might. You're dipping into it tonight, aren't you? I was thinking about it.
No.
All right, partner. Just give yourself a little compassion. That's all I'm asking. I'll admit, you've given me some things to think about.
Okay, we got it, guys. I think we did good.
You can handle it, partner. You're way smarter than I am. Yes, well, that is certainly true. Very well.
He's such a dick still.
Inasmuch as our kind can reflect. I shall see you in precisely 4 weeks then. Farewell, Sam.
Precisely 4 weeks. I think we did good, guys.
Masterfully done, Samuel. I knew
Had a
you would do well, but that doesn't make me
flawless
any less
client
pleased.
session. Flawless victory. I'm amazing. Hooray.
Well, that was a hell of a rush. That fella's holding on tighter than a holster to a gunslinger's hip.
I'm just an old-fashioned cowboy, so everything I say must be littered with cowboy-related metaphors.
It felt real good to help him look at himself a little more kindly.
Good, Samuel. Treasure this feeling. But also rest. Go downstairs, get something to drink, relax in your coffin.
Meanwhile, I will be continuing to meditate.
Next week you shall see a new client. I think they will be an interesting challenge for you. I bid you good evening, Samuel. Rest in peace.
Well, it's been a good evening because we got to see you, gorgeous.
You too, Andy. Well, I guess it's time I got me some grub.
Where are those goths at? Who wants to get sucked?
Well, that's it, I guess. My first client. Can't believe I'm doing this therapy stuff already. Sure could use a drink. I'll check in with Chris.
All right, let's get a little drinky drink.
Well, if it isn't Yosemite Sam, how you doing?
That's
tonight,
actually
partner?
offensive. I can't believe you said that.
Better already, hearing from someone from the States who knows the lingo.
They expect me to react sensibly to these
Not from any
fucking
states, cowpoke.
amazing
District of Columbia girl here.
goth tunes.
I figured you must have been coastal. You sound a little more, polished than...
Oh, I'm sick of this cowpoke bullshit. Come on, Sam. Quit talking down about the South. Stop
You
it.
should hear my German.
Oh, maybe some other time. My brain's full tonight. I had my first therapy session with a real client.
Oh, yeah? How do you think it went?
Say it was great. Why would I say it was awful? We nailed it.
You should have seen me. Label it. Blam! Disqualifying the positive. Kapow!
I'm glad to hear it. Someone has got to sort these vamps out. They know how to hold on to their...
You ain't kidding. Living or dead, once people hit 70, they get pretty dang set in their ways.
I feel people get pretty set in their ways, like, before that.
You know Andy still uses a typewriter? I can't get that gorgeous man to see the light.
Oh, he uses a typewriter? Oh!
Keep it up, cowboy. You're a breath of fresh air for these ancient ones.
Anyone ever tell you you're wise beyond your years, Crimson? You must have had some life.
Afraid I'm exactly as wise as my years. How old do you think I am, cowboy?
Don't fall for the trap.
I'm gonna do the gentlemanly thing and not hazard a guess.
You would have gotten it wrong anyway. I'm 50 years young.
Mill! Let's go!
50? I died around that age and I looked like shit. But you ain't a vampire.
Like I told you, I'm Andy's blood partner.
Oh.
He shares his blood with me too. Just not enough to
Okay.
turn me into one of you. I've been 30 for a good while now.
Okay, so it's not like full vampirism, it's like enough to kind of ease her along, I guess.
But you ain't joining our team? Sounds like a story.
Not for tonight, buckaroo. I bet you're thirsty after a big night.
You bet I am.
Andy told me to give this to you.
Oh yeah? What is it?
Ooh, no more horny gods! What the fuck?
We had a group of Americans come in last week who donated their blood.
Good old American me! That's
Andy
what I
can't
like.
stand this stuff. He says the blood glucose levels are too high, but he thought you'd appreciate it.
As an American from the South, this game's kind of irritating me a little bit. I'm getting kind of sick of this bullshit. We're apparently fat, dumb. This game is trying to be about using therapy language and being nice and all sweet and whatever. And then they're like, oh, by the way, Southern Americans are dumb hicks that eat too much. How do y'all like that? It's like, shit, damn. All right. So therapy for everyone except Americans from the South. All right, I got it. Cool.
Oh, it ain't so bad. I gotta ask though, what does Andy's blood taste like?
To me, it tastes like life itself, cowboy.
I ain't sure I understand.
Never you mind. Look, Tex, I've got some customers to serve, so go enjoy your juice, okay?
Oh, of course. I'm keen to get some rest anyway. You have yourself a fine night,
All right,
Crimson.
off we go. All right, let's see what other.
There he is, my incredible protege.
Come on now, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Stop,
Everything
Sam.
stands against that reasoning, my friend. Do we need to talk about disqualifying the positive again?
All right, I get it. I guess I've been muddling through okay.
You've been doing wonderfully. I hope you are ready for a bit of a challenge tonight.
Ooh.
Your next client has been known to be somewhat difficult. Here,
Like
look
the
at her
last
intake
one
form.
was a piece of cake?
Isabella Deste. Dang. She's got some funny tasting hats.
Isabella Deste was a key figure in the Italian Renaissance, funding the works of Leonardo da Vinci, Andrea Mantegna, and Michelangelo. She received a humanist education and knows much about history, art, music, and philosophy. She's got taste, girl. She comes from a highly aristocratic background but has endured considerable family issues through the generations. She states that she is undergoing an existential immortality crisis, suggesting that her life and unlife have both been meaningless. Suggestion: be exceedingly polite. Well, what do we know? What do we know about that Southern charm?
I think you should get along quite well then.
We know our P's and Q's, baby.
Walked right into that one.
Isabella is not your average vampire. She was once the powerful matriarch of one of the most
550,
influential
she's
families
even
in
older.
Europe. She fraternized with popes and kings, and she also wielded great power over the art world.
Model
Some
for the
say
Mona
that she was the
Lisa.
model for the Mona Lisa.
One of them highfalutin types, huh? I don't think she's gonna like me much.
She is as human as any of us, Samuel. I already know you will find a way to relate with her.
Okay, let's get it. Let's get
If
it.
you say so.
Remember, you can always seek my advice if you feel lost. You are, but I hear the beating of elegant wings. Breathe, Samuel.
We got this, y'all.
Oh, and do be polite.
Mind our P's and Q's.
Goodness. So you are the new therapist
MILF, MILF,
Andromachos
MILF,
told me.
MILF, MILF, MILF,
I was
MILF,
not expecting
MILF.
someone
Okay.
so rugged.
Sam Wall's at your service, ma'am.
You are a therapist.
Well, that's what I'm here for, ma'am.
Uh-huh.
Enough with this, ma'am. I am not running a whorehouse. You may call me Senora.
Damn. Okay. I didn't even think about that. Like, for a cowboy, ma'am is extremely respectful. But like with her historical context, ma'am would be the name of a woman who runs a place where sex workers work. Signora. All right. I'm sick of this slander. He just said amigo not too long ago. He can figure out Senora. I can't with this cowboy slander. This sucks. This seems the closest.
All right, Senora.
You have seen my what? Have you been peeking under my skirts, young man?
If you want. That can be arranged.
Huh? What are you talking about, lady?
Senora. Say it.
Senora!
Signora.
I've had just about enough of this.
Senora.
Signora?
Porca miseria. This is not going to be easy, is it?
Oh my god, Sam, you're flopping so
Therapy
hard.
ain't never easy, Senora.
So, therapy is always easy then.
Oh man, we hit her with the double negatives. She can't even handle our Italian. She's not gonna be able to process a double negative right now. She's half a millennia old, dude. Don't start with the double negatives.
I said it ain't never easy, Senora.
Is therapy easy or is it not?
Not, I guess.
Oh, how are we to examine my inner demons if your own speech
Oh god,
is
we're
so
flopping so
diabolical?
hard.
You know what? Let's start over. Greetings and salutations, Senora. I am most honored to receive you in my humble office.
Very well. I suppose it will do.
I'm just here to help, Senora. It says
She's
here on
freaking
your
royalty,
intake
dude.
forms
We
that
gotta
you've
we
been
gotta
having a tough
really
time
mind
lately.
our P's and Q's here.
A tough time. Indeed, yes, it has been a tough time. The realization that not only am I a corpse, but that I have been a useless
boy.
corpse for nearly 400 years is a tough time.
So what's set off this feeling that you're a corpse?
I saw a film at the cinema.
Uh-oh, don't be doing that.
Hey, I love the cinema.
Bond with her over movies, bond with her over actors, bond with her over Hollywood glamour. I feel like actors would be something that she could relate to more because actors have been around for forever, but movies and Hollywood have not.
Hot dang, them actors can really light up the screen sometimes. I'll admit, I'm pretty into the celebrity gossip scene. Who's hooking up with who, who's making waves. I can't get enough of it.
A foolish obsession. One must appreciate art, not the artist. If common mortals knew what Caravaggio had done in his free time, they would burn every one of his paintings.
They'd have to know who Caravaggio is first.
Oh? Do you know who Caravaggio is?
Oh shit, oh shit.
Maybe let's get back to talking about what it was you saw at the cinema.
She watched a vampire flick. Did she watch Twilight?
It was a most terrible film. One that shook me to my core. The pain of it lingers with me still 5 years later.
Well, movies can be pretty powerful. Heck, I remember seeing one of
This film was not powerful. It was meaningless. It said nothing. Did nothing. Less than nothing. As loudly and garishly as possible.
She watched the Minecraft movie is what she did.
And the audience, fools that they were, cheered.
Yeah, she watched the Minecraft movie.
Applauded this desecration of the mind.
She heard one 8-year-old scream out chicken jockey and just it ruined her entire life.
I hate this film with all my being, for it has done the cruelest thing. It has revealed the dark truth.
Aw, poor baby.
This life that I cling to has no purpose.
Dang, what the heck was this movie?
Space Wars. Rise of the Spacewalker.
Well, wait a minute. Space Wars? The big
She
science
watched some
fiction
Star
franchise?
Wars? She said Disney ruined this, actually. What the fuck?
Yes, I believe it is important to understand modern media diet.
But that's the movie that gave you your personal crisis?
Mind your tone. Do not think me a fool. I know it was not high art. But the money it made, it would make even the Pope blush. This stinking trash. This is what the people want. You see, I understand now. My attempts to infuse
Disqualifying
art
the positive.
with meaning.
For
Wait,
such
what
a
the fuck?
complicated woman, the answers are overly simple for Signora Deste.
Fuck!
Are they
I
not,
got
Sam?
overconfident.
You see,
Fuck!
I understand
Sorry!
now. My attempts to infuse art with meaning were pointless. All that I am, all that I ever was.
It's labeling.
is
What the
For such a
fuck? She's
complicated
doing like
woman,
5
the
different
answers are overly
things!
simple for Signora Deste. Are they not,
Oh
Sam?
my god!
I understand now. My attempts to infuse art with meaning were pointless.
Okay.
All that I am, all that I ever was, is dead.
I'm a little irritated because all that I ever was is dead. That is labeling. By the way, that is labeling. You see, I understand my attempts to infuse art with meaning are pointless. That's also disqualifying the positive. I don't know. I'm assuming it's Nosferatu
You don't seem
thinking.
that dead to me. We're having this conversation.
I'm
ain't
just
we?
pissed
Ain't
off
just
because that
lying
was a
there
complex
decomposing.
sentence that had multiple things in it.
It is no different. I might as well be rotting in the ground.
I think you might get pretty bored.
Are you getting smart with me, boy?
Ooh, she called me boy.
Look, I'm just talking facts. If you're saying all you are is dead, I think you might be doing some Nosferatu thinking. It ain't black and white. You're here. But let's go back to what you were saying.
Once, I elevated art, and all the world benefited. Why have I lost my power to elevate art now?
That's gotta be a control fallacy, right? Right? I feel like it's gotta be.
All the world
Yeah.
benefited? There's a lot of people, and they got a lot of different preferences.
But I could, once upon a time.
You can't reach everybody, Senora. I hadn't even heard of the Mona Lisa until about 1911.
Did you have any schooling whatsoever?
No, I didn't. But I don't think anyone in my time knew about the Mona Lisa either.
Oh, how wonderful. You add to my despair.
I'm saying you can't reach everyone, even in your own time.
That's true.
That is true. I doubt the rabble had much of an opinion about this so-called Great Master.
We only know what we know. But you were saying,
It was all for nothing. What good was guiding Da Vinci when they sell the Mona Lisa on beer coasters?
That's disqualifying the positive.
oh, come on now. Just because the Mona Lisa's been on a coaster doesn't mean that's all it's ever been for. I think you might be downplaying just what an impact you've had on the world.
The world needs no help from me to reduce my life's efforts to cheap commodities.
So just because something gets printed on a t-shirt, that cancels out everything that's good about it?
Yes, that is exactly what it does.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you like my makeup. I feel like I did not so great of a job, but I can learn and get better. I don't wear makeup very often, so we're getting there. We're getting there. Boop, little hair.
And I thought I was good at disqualifying the positive.
It should not be so. Art should have meaning, purpose. Beauty should expose truth.
Should
You're
statement?
saying art should have meaning and purpose. But does all art need those things?
No, some art is dumb.
What is the purpose
And that is
of
okay.
creation otherwise?
How about if I just like doodling? Ain't that a good enough reason to draw?
It is a pointless reason.
Well, maybe I want to do something pointless. All I'm saying is that I don't have the same shoulds you do.
Your shoulds are not universal.
Perhaps you should.
But I don't. I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do.
Tell her, Sam.
Which is speak like a peasant.
Heck, that's what I am, Senora. Ain't nothing gonna change that reality. Let's get back to what you were saying.
But it seems I am just a dead woman. A walking corpse who is not worth listening to. I should walk into the sun.
That is labeling for sure, right?
Now, why have
Yeah.
you gotta go and call yourself names?
See, that's what I thought she was doing
They
earlier.
are not names, they are my reality. I am a dead woman, and I am a corpse, am I not?
But you're not
Is that
just
all you
that. You're also a sexy MILF.
This is how I am defined by the world.
Seems to me you're the one using them names. Hell, I think I'd be a little afraid of calling you a corpse.
As you should be. You know, you make me sound rather mad. Like an old woman, railing
No,
at
that's
the
you,
world,
girl. Don't project
screaming
on me
into the
now.
void.
Look, Senora, all I'm trying to do is show you where you're a little rigid in your thinking is all. You're expecting a lot from the world and a lot from yourself.
That's
It ain't no
right.
surprise that you're gonna be disappointed over and
I suppose that is some insight. Indeed, I have been in a state of disappointment from the moment I was 16.
So relatable.
what happened when you were 16?
I got married.
Relatable! For that time, obviously not. It should not be relatable to be married at 16. But for that time, yes, that would have been a pretty. For royalty, yes. That's another thing that people don't get. A lot of times, there's all these like generalizations that people make about marriage back in the day. They're like, oh yeah, everyone was just marrying 12-year-old little girls, and it's like, no, actually, the poorer populations of most of like Europe throughout history have had a pretty healthy understanding of like, okay, probably shouldn't be marrying children. That's kind of weird. It was the royalty of those countries that would often do the crazy like, hey, let's marry off this 12-year-old to their cousin so we can preserve this bloodline. Yeah, she got lucky. Could have been 14. Yeah, very true. Very true. Royalty back then, they'd be marrying off a 12-year-old, whatever. They were just anything they could to preserve the bloodline, you know, to hold on to power.
I think I get it.
You absolutely do not get it.
Yeah,
You're a man.
shut your mouth, Sam.
Well then, help me understand.
Frankie, my husband.
Oh
He
shit.
taught me the meaning of disappointment. He taught me the world was built upon lies. These things men proclaim
shit.
as values. Truth, beauty, the spiritual. They were all fiction.
Damn.
But if men did not live according to principle, I would. I would set the example and shame them all.
Yes, ma'am.
Yet, what a fool I have been to think humanity had greater aim.
So, what's this greater aim you're talking about?
I received a humanist education as a child. I was taught that the pathway to God was through rationality
okay,
and a questioning
okay.
mind, not slavish devotion to tradition.
She's iconic. I kind of love her. I love
This
her a lot,
world is
actually.
not
Get this woman a
Eden,
divorce and a good man.
but it could
They get this woman a
Or so
divorce
I
and no man. How about that? How about that? I don't think she needs any man at all.
So you're talking about a literal pathway to God?
No, fool. A pathway to godliness. To live according to our natures. Our true natures.
all of these are stupid. Why am I forced to say dumb things? God damn it. I guess
You mean being
vampires?
vampires?
Come now, boy. Nothing could be further from natural. All this foolish hissing and copulation and blood drinking does not
I love
bring
how
us
both of the
closer
people
to
that we've
God.
done therapy with are like very like anti-sex. It's very
But
funny.
it does give us more time to find the path.
Well, talk to me about this pathway to God. How do you reckon we find this path?
I reckon nothing. I've always known that we can find our way back to God
That's
by
control
fulfilling
fallacy.
our human potential to be the great.
Yeah, she's
think
putting
we've
too
got
much
that
pressure on
control,
herself.
Senora? All we got to do is be perfect, and then we've got our pathway to the Almighty.
Yes, it seems quite clear to me.
Yeah, that's
Senora, if that's how it is, it ain't no wonder you ain't forgiving yourself or anyone for the
God, can you
slightest
imagine
mistakes.
having literal centuries of puritanical guilt just weighing and weighing and weighing on yourself from the traditional religion that you have grown in since you were like a child? That would be psychological torture. I'm surprised she hasn't walked into the sun at this
really
point.
has that much control.
I have always known we must master ourselves and our baser instincts. Virtue must triumph over vice.
Ooh, is that not control fallacy again? Or, oh, is that a should statement? Are they messing with me a little bit because they use the word must instead of should? That kind of sounds like a should statement. I've always known we must master ourselves and our baser instincts. I think so.
You know there have been many entities that have tried to control humanity. They have all failed, and the Senora would do well to remember
It's
it.
just another, oh, so it's just a control fallacy
Been around
again.
a while,
Okay, they just
Senora.
say this was two
In all
control
that
fallacies in a
time,
row.
when have we
Damn.
mastered ourselves and our...
Not a single day. Men especially
Amen,
have no bottom to
sister.
their depravity.
Amen.
all right, fair enough. So us fellas have disappointed you every day for a few hundred years, right? Ain't that proof that nothing you do is gonna change that?
An evil thought, Mr. Sam Walls, but true, I concede.
We're in agreement then. It's a little bit of a control fallacy, do you think? Let's keep going.
I have always known that the earthly lives we lead are disgusting, and only war and death can come of them.
Let's think. Black and, that's Nosferatu thinking, I think, right? Always known the earthly lives we lead are disgusting, and only war and death can come. That's definitely Nosferatu, right?
Hold
Yeah,
up just a sec
yeah.
there, cowpoke. You really think all we can do is...
I do not poke cows. Do I look like a farmer?
Come on, Senora. You've been alive to see what? 15, 20 billion people live and die? You really saying death and destruction is all each and every one of them ever amounted to?
Well, perhaps not individually, but as an immortal, I look at the
Her
greater
perspective is
arc of
different. She's
history.
an old vampire. She's seen a lot of horrible wars and famines and pestilence.
Well, most of us ain't looking to contribute to the greater arc of history, but that don't mean life's pointless.
Say it. Say it.
That's some Nosferatu thinking, I'll tell you.
I have always known the people have become fat and lazy, and living within the Garden of Eden is impossible in such a state.
Fat and lazy. Let's see. Is that Nosferatu thinking again?
Our
God.
esteemed client is very good at coming up with names.
Labeling.
I have
Labeling and
always known the people have
Nosferatu
become
thinking are
fat
kind of overlapping
and
a lot.
lazy.
Sounds to me like you're coming up with labels for... Is that all we amount to? Fat and lazy?
Look around your own country, boy. Look at me. See my disgusting rolls and saggy features. Would you
Oh.
let me into the Garden of Eden?
Oh, she's being mean to
sure, why
herself.
the
She's
heck
hot
not?
AF.
I am glad you are not the gatekeeper then.
You rather have a gatekeeper who wouldn't let you in? Listen, well, let's keep talking though.
I have always known we should act with dignity.
Should statement.
If we would take our place at God's side.
That's gotta be a
once
should
more.
statement.
I think this here's the meat of it, Senora.
I fear your French is even worse than your Italian.
Here's the thing, Senora. Who came up with all them shoulds that'll take you to God?
The Bible? The Bible?
Why, the greatest
The
thinkers of
Bible?
history that I studied in my youth. Plato, Aristotle, Cicero.
Oh yeah, she would.
Aquinas.
She's from the Renaissance era, so that was when a lot of Christian philosophy was very, very enticed by and interested in commingling Greek philosophy. There was Christian philosophers of the time were obsessed with Greek philosophers, and despite the fact that obviously like the Greek philosophers of those eras weren't Christian and didn't come from the same assumptions, there was this desire to meld the two together during the Renaissance. So that creates a lot of really interesting stuff in Christian literature from the time, because you get this weird meld of like Greek philosophy and with Christian philosophy, and it's all kind of a weird tangle. That's why in like Dante's Inferno, like despite it being a very religious Christian book, he's being led through hell by his favorite poet, Virgil, which is like, why the hell is Dante? Because they were obsessed with like Greek poets and Greek philosophers at that time.
Sounds like a bunch of dead guys to me. They really had it all figured out way back when, huh?
I appreciate the historical research that they seem to have done.
Well, of course not. How foolish do you think me?
Not at all, Senora. Just questioning where all them shoulds are coming from. But let's keep going.
So you think you are so very clever, do you, boy? That by pointing out my
Oh,
distortions,
she thinks of therapy
you
as a game to win or lose. Oh, who are we congratulating? Who are we congratulating? Somebody did something? Asava! Hello, it's my first donation ever. I just got my diploma awarded. I'm free. I passed IB. That's so amazing. Congrats, dude. That's freaking awesome. Good job.
That is where you are truly the fool. I already know how wrong I have been, that I have been chasing an impossible fiction all my life. Indeed, I now believe that even if we did follow the pathway to God,
Oh,
once
damn.
we reach the end, we would
She's
discover that
real
he
depressed.
too was a work of fiction. When I say God, I mean goodness, propriety,
okay.
intelligence. God himself is a lie.
Damn.
I see. So you've lost your faith.
Yes, it has crumbled to dust, much like myself in this fat, wretched old body.
Isabella, stop! You're so hot!
Beauty
Stop!
and truth are lies. Ideas developed by ugly men to justify their existence.
I hate it because she's low-key iconic and she's low-key serving with these diatribes, but as her therapist, I can't encourage this.
While we occupy ourselves chasing those ideals, they create space wars to leech our money and our vitality.
She's low-key serving though. I low-key like kind of agree with her on some of this stuff.
And to think they call me judgmental while they created the false ideal to judge against. You don't think I'm judgmental, do you, boy?
You're doing nothing but judging. Yeah, I think let's tell her the truth. She is doing nothing but judging.
I wouldn't put it that way exactly. Besides, I ain't gonna call you names. In fact, that's where I think I want to challenge you. Senora, I think the person you're judging more than anyone is yourself.
Mama Isabella!
I know you got raised with all them high ideals,
no.
so of course you're getting
Mamacita?
disappointed when
Mommy?
nobody can reach them. That's some heavy pressure.
True villain is always
not just on
capitalism.
them, but
You're
on
so
yourself.
right. You're so right.
I'd ask yourself what all that pressure's doing for you. Is it bringing you any satisfaction?
No, it's
We
not.
can't always control what things are gonna be.
This is not acceptable.
Oh, God.
I got some
Yeah.
bad news for you, Senora. None of us really has the power to change the world on our own. Not even a clever lady like yourself.
She's kind of a girl boss, though. I kind of love
suggest
her.
we start working on ways of helping you find a way to accept the world for what it is.
But the world is base and unworthy.
Preach.
Remember that term I told you about? Nosferatu thinking? The world's a lot more than just base and unworthy.
Nosferatu thinking. I am not used to having my own thoughts thrown back
We're
at me.
breaking through to her. We're breaking through to her.
Well, that's why you're here, ain't it? I ain't gonna help you change the world, Senora. All I can do is help you find some other perspectives.
I suppose there is a certain simpleton's wisdom in the way you speak.
We're just getting insulted by everyone in this game.
Thanks, I guess.
Very well, boy. I will consider what you have said.
In
We will meet
exactly
again
4
in
weeks.
Exactly 4 weeks.
They all
we
want
have an
that
understanding?
monthly session.
Yes, indeedy, Senora.
Ugh. Please learn to speak properly by then.
All right, girl. We'll be cracking open that Italian dictionary in preparation.
Well done, Samuel. I believe you handled Signora Deste quite well.
Meanwhile, I have been handling something else.
You kidding? That lady straight up hates my guts.
Samuel, if Isabella Deste hated your guts, she would not be shy about telling you so.
She low-key loved us.
That I believe.
Older we get, the harder it is to gain a different perspective. Have patience. We are not all as wise as Samuel Walls.
Guess it's just that simpleton's wisdom, as the Signora called it.
Do not adopt her labels, Samuel. I will not stand
He's just
for
getting
it.
bullied by his clients, and then he needs more therapy.
I know she was a challenge, but you rose to it as I knew you would.
Do you know what else is rising right now?
I think you deserve a night of hard drinking. What do you say?
I call it hard drinking because you get hard and then you drink a lot.
You don't need to tell me twice. All right, Andy. I'll see you later then.
Indeed, Samuel. Enjoy yourself.
Woo!
Excellent
We
work
got
tonight.
approval from Vatty.
Rest in peace.
Vatty Andy, thank you. All right.
Dang, I think that's enough abuse for one night. I could use a drink and a quiet night.
Hey, cowboy. Why the long face?
I used to say the same thing to my princess.
Your daughter.
My horse, actually. She never really understood the joke, but I still like telling it to her.
Haha, long face horse, haha.
You didn't answer my question, Gunslinger. What's got you down?
Mommy Crimson.
Oh, I just finished up with my second client. She gave me a tongue lashing to remember her by. You ever talk to someone who's so educated and refined that they make you feel like a space alien?
Oh, poor. Now he doesn't feel so confident anymore. No.
Only everyone I ever met in law school. At least until I learned to speak their language.
She went to law school? An educated baddie? Yes.
Was, and no, I wasn't the blood-sucking kind.
Huh.
Before you start with the vampire jokes. Just a wide-eyed DC do-gooder. But I get what you're talking about. People can use language like a membership card.
Ooh.
You don't speak the lingo, you don't get in.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's just what I mean. I just ain't sure I've got the lingo for a 500-year-old high society Renaissance woman.
Well, how do you think your session went? Think she heard you?
See, I think she did. She seemed a lot more open towards the end.
Well, she did say that I'd given her some stuff to think about. And to tell the truth, she seemed kind of embarrassed about that.
So what? If she heard you, I'd take the W, cowboy.
Take the W, Sam.
Take the W. What, the wagon?
the win, Gramps. Maybe she isn't gonna relate to you, but that doesn't mean she can't hear you.
Oh, you're probably right. I guess I'll take the W. And while you're at it, I'll take some B too. That's blood, see?
Oh, Sam.
What are you in the mood for? Men? Women? Something a little more off the beaten path?
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Have some takeaway tonight.
All the above?
Here, try this. Should put some color in those cheeks.
Oop.
You really ain't squeamish, huh, Crimson?
Nah, healthy blood never hurt anyone. I've been hanging around vampires for 20 years, and they aren't so scary.
Not even Bert.
What, that old pointy-eared teddy bear? He's a total sweetheart, unless someone gets
Where is
aggressive
Bert?
or
I
touchy
want
with
more
the
Bert.
customers.
What does he do then?
They get a stern warning.
And if they don't listen?
Why, then he eats them.
Well, maybe he is a teddy bear. I met Teddy Roosevelt back in the night, and I'm pretty sure he would have done the same thing.
Oh, I love that back in the night instead of back in the day.
Speaking of which, I gotta thirst something fierce. I think I'll head back to my coffin for a...
You too, Sam. Don't let the Draculas bite.
Oh, we're just so funny, aren't we?
Time to crack open a warm one.
Have y'all seen What We Do in the Shadows, the movie, where he's jerking off in the coffin, and it's just like thump, 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 thump in the coffin lid. Every time we get the inside view of the coffin, that's all I can think about. Oh God, I love that movie so much.
That's the good stuff. Now, maybe I can find a quote from one of my favorite books that'll help give me a little inspiration. Or I could watch the Three Stooges hit each other a whole bunch. Or I could just go to sleep. What's it gonna be, Sammy boy?
Just get some sleep. Read some. Oh, we can brush up on our knowledge so that we are more educated for Signora next time.
My profession is to be always on the alert, to find God in nature, to know his lurking places. I always like that quote. I ain't a God-fearing kind, but it's true. There's a natural beauty behind the man-made world if you know where to look.
We're so smart. We're getting real smart.
Isabella Deste's all culture and breeding, but underneath, she's got her vulnerable and beautiful humanity too. I just gotta remember that. All right.
Let's go to sleep. EB time.
Time for some
EB
rest.
time.
I hope my next client will be a little easier.
It's EB time.
Samuel, good evening. I am glad to see you looking so fresh and well slept.
Uh-oh, something tells me I'm in for it tonight.
Jesus Christ, he's just running us through the gauntlet.
The truth is seldom unseen by you, my friend. Tonight, you face perhaps one of the most difficult challenges.
Alright, we
a
got it.
therapist
We
can
got this,
face.
guys.
In truth, I have failed to help clients with this particular
Oh, no.
disposition many times.
Dude, if he can't do it, what the hell?
Hey, I'm new at this. You're nigh on 3,000 years old. If you can't help him, how can I?
It is not guaranteed that we can help every client. To think we are powerless to help any is a cognitive distortion itself. I believe you know it.
That is a control fallacy.
Yeah, all right, control fallacy, I know. I can help some folk.
That's right. Here, take a look at this case file.
Okay.
Theater feller, huh? I've known a few
Oh
of them
god,
in my time.
he's a
They can be a
dandy!
little, self-absorbed.
Oh, he's a dandy! Look at that little frilled collar. It's another another British boy. All right. Edmund Kean was a highly influential Shakespearean stage. Dude, it's hard to do the accent I'm trying to do with the teeth. It's a lot of teeth touching with your tongue, and the teeth get in the way. All right. Shakespearean stage actor during the Georgian period. He's credited with more personal interpretations of character as opposed to pantomime performances. He lived a tumultuous life on stage, dealing with alcoholism, sexual scandals, and entitled behavior. He wishes to return to the stage, but expresses great anger at critics who might review him poorly. He demands respect as the greatest actor the world has ever seen.
He's looking for therapy because people don't like him, it says?
Oh, he's
He
insecure.
is one of the most revered actors in all of history.
So he might have a few cognitive distortions.
A few, yeah.
A few. He may not recognize them, Samuel.
All right,
but
guys.
All you can do is
It's gonna be our
present
hardest one
reality
yet.
to
We
him.
gotta go a little
He
slower
can't.
this time. We fucked up a lot last
I
time.
will give you whatever advice I can. Good luck, my friend.
I hope I'm up to this.
All right, let's see him.
What is this vampire I see before me?
I wasn't that far off.
I'm Sam Walls. I'm your new therapist.
Your dress, your bearing, your hat. You also are forgotten by time.
Aww.
Oh, how fortuitous. A kindred spirit, perhaps. A therapist should know pain, I say. Most excellent.
This is the first time that we've gotten someone that doesn't immediately hate us off the bat.
Tarnation. Can't get a break with this here hat of mine.
No, it's perfect. Do not change a single thing. It gives me faith.
He also feels forgotten by the modern world, so I like this. Okay, we can
Faith,
relate immediately.
My dear vampire, that you can help me.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
do everything I can. I promise you that, amigo.
Do not do so lightly. Darkness dwells within my damned soul.
Theater
You
kid,
journey into my pain at your
energy
peril,
immediately.
and I cannot be your Virgil.
I literally just referenced Virgil in Dante's Inferno, and then they did. I love that. I love that so much.
You're who now? Anyway, you wrote in your intake form that you're here because
Mortals don't. You're confused about your sexuality. Oh my god.
mortals don't
Perhaps.
appreciate you, you said.
Indeed, and I fear they cannot. They must die to appreciate life. As mortals, they cannot ask the immortal questions.
It would be difficult to the older and older you get as a vampire to relate to humans. It would become increasingly more difficult over time.
What is life for us who do not live? Why are we here? Why do we continue? What do we do when death has no meaning? And what a piece of work is vampire! How noble in stature, how
I love
infinite in
him.
life!
He is giving Hamilton a little bit. Indulge him, let him talk.
In form and moving, how express and admirable. In action, how like a demon.
He's a theater kid. He needs to get that energy out.
In apprehension, how like a bat. Ah, the beauty of the night.
Okay, I think we gotta cut him off at a certain point. Maybe one more time.
And yet, to me, we are but the quintessence of dust.
Okay.
Dust upon dust.
I want to see how long.
Already that
I want to
whence we
see.
came.
Well, that was a lot.
Let Edmund form his monologue. Yay! We got an achievement. Yay!
You understand, don't you? Death has no meaning, because life never had meaning.
Oh my goodness.
To die, perchance to sleep.
All right, that's enough of that. Before we answer the question of why we're all here, why are you here?
Yeah, why is your ass in the chair in front of me?
That is, what exactly drove you to me, partner?
Oh, that. Well, a pustule of a theater historian I recently seduced and killed sprang the seeds of doubt in mine corpus.
Oh no, he's so naughty.
He was writing a biography of the great Edmund Kean, and I thought mayhap that I would favor him with a secret or two.
That would be so... Oh my god, what in the Wattpad is that? You're writing a biography about a famous historical person, and then unbeknownst to you, you become seduced by the person this historical figure that you're obsessed with? And they give you little tidbits about their life. I would read a whole book about that scenario, actually. POV, your mom sold you to One Direction. That's like the history nerds equivalent of mom selling me to One Direction. That is so corny. I love that.
He said my acting style would now be considered archaic.
Not him hurting his own feelings. Oh my god.
Though I drank him to the last, I fear his cruel barb was sharper than my
Someone
fangs.
got their feelings hurt. Oh no.
This embossed carbuncle of corrupted blood caused me to doubt myself. Are all men such fools? Will I ever find my audience again? Or did they die long, long ago?
Honey, there are still plenty of Shakespeare nerds. You are good. You are good. I have at least 5 people's contacts in my phone that would still unironically go out and watch a Shakespeare performance. Don't you fret, sir.
Help me purge these mortal concerns from my mind, dear man.
We're always gonna have doubts, compadre. That's normal. But I think I can help you see things a little differently. So, he said your acting's out of date. Why don't you just tell me why it bothered you so much?
Because it's simply not possible. Acting became a noble craft entirely because of me. In truth,
That's
I am
positive.
perfect.
That's labeling. It's positive, but it's still labeling.
Edmund states that he is perfect. Even in the most generous evaluation of his skill is such a thing possible.
Were we not told that labeling was also could be a Am I stupid?
Because it's simply not possible.
Oh, is that Nosferatu
Acting
thinking?
became a noble.
Sorry, fella, I gotta stop you for a second there.
Some of these
You're really
things
saying
can
you're
kind
perfect?
of I don't know, some of them kind of can be interpreted multiple ways.
Not at all. I'm not a narcissist. I believe I would find myself quite inept at, say, street cleaning or dishwashing.
Oh my god, he's such a
But as
turd.
far as acting is concerned, yes. If an actor be assessed, you would assess him on the scale of Edmund Kean.
Oh, he is very full of himself.
Come on, you ain't ever forgotten a line?
I suppose, on occasion, a line has left me due to circumstances beyond my control. But that is the fault of alcohol, not of Kean.
He said, don't get it twisted. The only reason I fuck up my lines is not because I'm a bad actor, it's because I'm a fucking alcoholic. Don't get it twisted.
So in those times you were drinking, you might not have been perfect. And the acting world kept on turning.
Oh, come now. I was clearly exercising some dramatic license. It is not so black and white.
Well, that's exactly what I was trying to say. But keep talking. We got some more stuff to sort out.
Okay.
Oh, there are celebrated actors in these times, yes. But any success they have is due to my beating the path for them to follow.
That sounds like a control fallacy.
This is a special client. Remember that his distortions can be about others, not just himself.
Okay.
Oh, there are celebrated actors in these times, yes. But any success they have is due to my beating the path for them to follow.
Is it disqualifying the positive in other people? Like putting down their abilities, I think?
Oh, wait a minute. You're saying
Yeah.
that every actor's success...
Yeah,
Of
okay.
course, Even the greatest among my art would have been consigned to obscurity had it not been for my advancements.
Ooh.
Every single one of them ain't had nothing of their own to give to the theater?
Well, I suppose 1 or 2 actors in the last 300 years.
I suppose. He's giving Tim Curry vibes a little bit. I wonder... The voice is definitely giving Tim Curry, and I'm living for
Don't
it.
you think they deserve their own success?
I suppose mortals are owed their 15 minutes of fame. One must have some pity for them. We are not monsters, but the actors of modern times. They are shallow, beggarly parrots. Parrots who screech the lines, but do they know them? Do they feel as we feel?
He called them parrots. That's labeling?
So you're saying
Yeah.
modern actors are parrots?
Indeed. They are only mimics, and thus no better than a
Damn!
well-trained bird.
He is full of himself.
You don't think they're actually birds, do you?
You're right. I'm dying for it, not living for it. Good catch.
My dear boy, they live such short lives. What else can they do but ape the words and actions of their forebears?
Woo, he is, wow, he is
But when you call
egotistical.
them birds, you're just labeling them that. You ain't giving them a fair shot.
Oh, come now. I was clearly employing a little dramatic license.
A little hyperbole, if you will.
But we're here to talk about truth, right, compadre?
It is my gentle direction that takes the craft to higher echelons, and mine alone. Acting does not evolve without me.
Acting does not evolve without me. That sounds like a control fallacy.
You're saying only
There we
you
go.
can
We're
change
getting
the
back
course of
into it. We're
acting.
getting back into it.
It is demonstrably true. There is acting before Edmund Kean, and there is acting after Edmund Kean.
Damn.
But there's so many types of acting out there.
He
I
thinks
mean,
his shit don't
I remember
stink.
when Vaudeville came out, but I
As
don't
Sam
think
would
it had
say,
anything to do with that.
and I would say,
Vaudeville? Oh, like so many American arts, an art of the grotesque. You plunge a dagger into the heart of subtlety.
no, the voice actors did a really great job with the game. They do, it's like, it's really good stuff. I believe Matt Mercer is a voice in this game.
So
if
you
I remember
didn't have
correctly.
nothing to do with Vaudeville.
Oh, devils below, no.
He's so offended.
I mean, you got a little control fallacy, hombre. Mortals got wills of their own.
Yeah, indeed. I suppose I don't want any responsibility for the things the Americans create anyway.
I am sick of this slander! I am sick of this slander against Americans! It's making me upset! I'm sick of these Europeans coming into my house and talking shit on my couch! I've had enough! This is not nice. I'm trying to make your life better, and you keep your xenophobic nonsense. You better stop. And the irony of him saying this, when I would argue that one of America's best exports is the glam of Hollywood. This uppity ass European old ass vampire. Shut the fuck up. We have problems, but movies are not one of them. We fucking do movies. Can I get an amen?
These critics should honor me as
Oh,
is
that's
my
a should
due.
statement.
You're saying critics should honor you. Well, what happens if they don't?
Then they are not doing their jobs properly. I do not ask for their laudations without cause.
Laudations. Oh my.
But if a so-called critic does not recognize my contributions to the theater, what do they know of the theater?
Maybe they just got different tastes.
Uneducated taste, perhaps.
Damn.
They are just uneducated. Why should they appreciate you?
An interesting point. I suppose I cannot blame them.
Interesting.
Thou fiend! You are cruel indeed to beat a man when he is at his most vulnerable.
Oops.
I am here so you may help me cope with a world that has gone mad. Not so you might attack my every word.
Oh, he was very nice in the beginning, but now that I'm calling him out on his shit, he's getting a little touchy.
I'm doing no such thing. All I'm doing is pointing out your reality. If we're gonna cope, we gotta be honest about the world.
And I say that you are a villain.
I bite my thumb at
Desperate
thee.
need, and you respond by mocking my desperation.
What a drama queen! Oh my goodness. Oop, I'm gonna stop and start recording. And start again.
Why would you do this to me? Do you not know what pain I am experiencing? Do you not know that I, as an
He's
actor,
an actor,
feel
guys.
every
We need to
sling
be
and
careful.
arrow more keenly? Art thou a therapist or a murderer that you would push me so to the brink? Do you want me to commit suicide?
Oh my god!
I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to hurt you. I want to help everyone who comes to me.
Uh-oh.
Samuel, a moment, please.
Andy, I got a real problem here. I think I'm not cut out for this work. This fella's right. Why am I attacking him when I should be helping?
No, we're not attacking. We're trying to help. We have to adjust his reality.
First of all, should statement. You will do what you will do, and that is all, Samuel.
Yes, Fatty. Very good point.
But look at the candles. What do you see?
The candles? Oh, they seem fine to me.
Look at the flames.
Wait a minute. They're getting higher, ain't they? What the hell's going on?
What?
Your client is very powerful. He has his own unique skills earned through the ages. His skill in gaslighting is so intense that it affects the world around him.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, this is a two-way street. Like, if somebody has unhealthy coping mechanisms and behaviors, they can also use that on their therapist. Obi-Wan Kenobi here is right. He's literally gaslighting us into thinking that we are doing something that we're not. So we gotta be careful.
He's altering reality to fit his distortions. Be watchful, Samuel.
Okay.
Do not let him.
How do I stop it?
Be persistent, and above all, be honest.
Okay.
He does not control your reality.
He's gaslight girl bossing us,
I await your
guys.
apology, sir.
I wasn't trying to rile you up, none. I don't have anything to apologize for. Easy boy, easy. I don't have it. I think this is a very good neutral statement. I do not have anything to apologize for.
I don't have anything to apologize for. All I did was point out some truths in the things you were saying. Now, if that makes you angry, fella, I don't know what to tell you.
You wound me, but I am strong. I persist. I fight.
Okay.
I know my worth, sir. I have fought and died for my art.
And no one's saying any
I
different.
shall take my business elsewhere, and Vampire Society shall hear of your
No!
Stop him, Samuel. It is not anger, but fear that drives him.
Okay,
Show
okay.
him he has nothing to fear from you.
Yeah, he's reacting out of fear. This is why he's doing this. Easy boy, easy. Both of these are terrible! I wasn't trying to rile you up.
I wasn't trying to rile you up, none.
Yet I bared my undead soul to you, and you treated me like a pincushion with your sharp pricks.
I'll show you a sharp prick. Alright, sorry.
Pricks ain't got nothing to do with this, Edmund.
And now you seek to proposition me? Of course, it always goes like this.
Oh no! No! What does that mean? It always goes like this? He thinks we're trying to fuck him? No! Wait, Edmund! Whoa! What trauma did we touch on there? No! Edmund! No! That's so
To
sad!
you I am a void, nay, a whore, to use as you please.
Oh, Edmund! Oh, this guy is so traumatized! What the fuck?
Well,
No!
like I say, go on then, use me.
No!
You are losing him, Samuel. It is time to remember what makes you special. You are not just a therapist, and you are not just a vampire. He is afraid, but you will conquer his fear.
Okay, we got this.
Easy.
We're calming him like a horse? That was my cowboy power that I just activated?
I shall not go easy, I shall not,
Ain't nobody gonna hurt you. There's a good vampire.
What? Okay.
A good vampire? What on hell?
You're safe now. Ain't nobody here to hurt you or make you feel bad.
But
I'm your buddy. That's us. We're just buddies, ain't we?
Okay, pony play activated, I guess.
buddies? Yes, a friend.
No, but I mean,
friend.
generally what it's saying is we just need to create a safe space for him so that he doesn't feel like he has to respond out of fear and lash out. It's just they kind of did it in a corny way, but that's fine. I get what they were trying to go for.
A friend who wishes to help me.
Yes, Edmund, we're trying to help you, buddy.
Compadre?
I must confess that I am. Though I
Cowboy
scarcely
powers
understand how.
activated. That's my special vampire powers. The special cowboy vampire powers.
Hey, well, that's just great. I want this to be a comfortable place for you.
Yes. Yes, I do believe you. After all, your profession is in many ways similar to acting. It is no wonder that we find common ground.
Okay. We got this, guys.
How is therapy like acting?
It is the exploration of the soul, is it not? A journey into pain and truth. We see those pains and truths and reflect them onto the cruel world.
I ain't sure I quite see it like that, but it's true that reflecting is important. Kind of funny when we can't look in a mirror, huh?
Oop, now he's got jokes. Freeze frame is doing better today. The other day, it was a little bit toxic because I forgot to put the ice pack in the freezer, unfortunately. But we remembered today.
Cruel ironies. Thus must we see our reflections in the mortal audience instead.
You care a lot about what the mortals think about you.
He sure does.
Of course I do. Why should I give a fig about what we dusty old folk think, eh? Most of us are stuck in our relative pasts, if you'll pardon the offense.
But all them folks die. You're what, 300 years old?
Don't remind me. Yes, they die, but I cannot. I must not. If I do not exist in their hearts, there is only the purgatory of oblivion.
Ooh, okay, that's definitely Nosferatu thinking.
You cannot, you must not. You're talking like there's only one future.
Yup.
For me, there is only one future, save oblivion.
Come on now, that's a little extreme.
'Tis not so. What else have I but the stage?
Well, that's a fine question. I'll tell you what, though, compadre, you are more than the stage. What if theater just didn't exist?
Perish the thought. Perish it with all due
Don't tell a
enmity.
theater major that.
Unlike some vampires, I am not some blood-guzzling parasite who will idly sit and wait as the world turns.
That's labeling other vampires.
You calling most of our kind parasites?
I am, for that is what we are, if we are nothing else.
All right, let's just forget the part where you're insulting other vampires, myself included.
So he feels like his art is the only way that he can justify his existence as a vampire. So if he does not have his art and his art does not have meaning, then he is nothing but a bloodsucker. So that's his internal logic.
You're a parasite if you don't do something, you're gonna be scared as hell of not doing that thing.
As an immortal, I aim for loftier goals.
Can you hit those goals if you're busy being afraid of turning into a parasite?
That's true. That's very true. Damn, this is too relatable. Oh my god, I can relate all this to the same exact ways that I think about my work. No! I wanted to play horny vampire game. I didn't want to be therapized like this. Stop!
Ah, but your humble speech does belie the true wisdom beneath. I am indeed cruel to myself. I died for the stage, so I should live for it as well.
That's a should statement. That's a should statement.
Well, why should you live for the stage?
What was my death worth if the stage does not matter?
But it's only you who's saying your death ain't worth something. Your shoulds are fatal. Ain't that a lot of pressure?
Yup.
Perhaps. Though one might argue that all great actors must be forged in fire.
But is acting really the most important thing in the world?
I shall assume that you jest. Vampire society is of no use to me. We are so few, and I cannot have an adoring crowd without a crowd.
Vampire. Ooh, this one's kind of hard. Vampire society is of no use to me. We are so few, and I cannot have an adoring crowd without the crowd. I'm not sure on this one. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, disqualifying, right? Because he's disqualifying, I think, right? Because I don't think it's, I mean, it might be control, but I feel like it's less about, like, his control over things and more about him down-talking, right? This one's a little bit tricky.
Vampires ain't got nothing.
Yeah, we got it.
Nothing they can give, no. Vampires do not understand the avant-garde.
Vampires have a lot to give. We got time to understand things mortals just can't.
This is really funny because he's basically having the opposite problem as our last client, where our last client had no interest in, you know, mortals' opinions and was obsessed with, like, her own immortality and yada yada. Whereas he is, like, completely uninterested in other vampires, so he's having, like, basically the opposite response.
I think you're disqualifying the positive things about us vampires.
Oh, perhaps. But an understanding of the stage is not one of them. You know, I see what you are doing. The motivations of man are well known to me through my art.
And what am I doing?
You are mocking me,
Uh-oh,
undermining me, causing
he's
me to
gaslighting
doubt
us again.
myself. I know thy purpose, wretch. This therapy business is all a ruse. You would lay me low and claim to
Edmund,
remember me.
no.
All I'm trying to do is help you, friend. Reality's a lot easier to deal with when you can accept it for what it is.
So, now you doubt my sanity. Is there no end
Oh my
to
God.
your jigs and jabs? I shall not break. Oh, you shall see. The tides of cruel seas will crash upon me, but I do not wither.
Dude, he is so traumatized, my God.
I know thy game, trickster. You wish to keep me in your debt. The more I doubt myself, the more you take from me.
Oh my goodness, who fucking hurt this guy?
You think you are clever, but thy tongue outvenoms all the worms of the Nile.
He is, goodness gracious.
Well, what have you to say for yourself? Speak, that I
He
might
is
hear
reading
thy
me so
bile.
hard right now. Tell him you do this for free. Tame him like a wild... Horsepowers activate!
What?
I know you're upset and you're scared. I ain't gonna hurt you.
But you want to hurt me.
Good vampire. Ain't you sweet? Yeah, it's all right.
Horsepowers activate!
Don't want to hurt me. You'll keep me safe.
Oh my God.
We're safe.
He's so...
Ain't no place safer than right here. We're friends. That's right. You're my buddy now. Just my pal Eddie.
In truth, I am oft left bereft of friendship.
Oh.
Our kind can be difficult.
No.
You mean vampires?
No, actors. But to sense one is not alone in all the world is a feeling to be cherished.
You ain't alone, I promise you. Whatever bad stuff we're living, someone else has lived it
Hey,
already.
that's true. Amen. Amen.
'Tis so. Many geniuses were unappreciated in their time, with wonders of their craft consigned to history's dusty pages. Even the bard himself did struggle. There is some comfort in that.
Common nocturnality. We all got the same needs, man. Blood, safety, and sex.
Amen, brother. Amen.
Indeed. I, too, am akin to the doomed Achilles, though my sore spot lies not so low, but twixt stem and stern.
Tain't my place to comment.
Oh, it seems the spot is no secret to you after all.
Maybe we can talk about that some more in your next session.
Ooh.
I think you did pretty damn well today.
Yes, I suppose I did.
Between
I am
stem and
rather
stern.
good at therapy, aren't I?
If you're here and wanting to get better, yeah, I'd say that makes you pretty good at therapy.
Well, one mustn't rest on one's laurels, must one?
That's right, Eddie. Okay, I'll see you in a
Woo,
few
we
weeks
did it,
then.
y'all.
Aye, we shall vanquish my demons together. I cannot tarry. The stage awaits.
Toodaloo, Edmund.
Dang, what the hell was that?
One of the darker malignancies of the mind, dear Samuel.
You sure I'm up to this?
You were masterful, Samuel. You were able to take your knowledge about cognitive distortions and turn their definitions outward. And we must speak about this equine ability of yours in your next session.
Horsepowers activate.
Oh, that. Yeah, I learned a lot about myself through my horse.
Save it for our next session. Rest, Samuel. You have faced a great danger. Now it is time
Drink
to
and be
drink and
merry with the
boss.
goths. Let's go.
Well, not sure I'd call them merry, but they know how to cut loose. All right, Andy.
Woo.
I'll see you later.
Good night, Samuel. Rest in peace.
Now I'm going to go, and the Crimson is going to, how you say, bounce on it.
I probably want to forget that. I should go talk to Crimson.
If it isn't Sammy the Kid, plop that butt down. Got a shot.
More
prepared for
cowboy
you.
puns.
Well, thanks, Crimson. What is that? Bloody Mary?
No, a bloody Steve.
Of course it is. How's the crowd tonight?
You know, it's funny.
Mommy
You're a little on the
Crimson.
weird side tonight. Must be a full moon out.
Oh, you ain't kidding. I just had my first therapy session with the strangest fella I ever met. The actor type. Used to be an international celebrity back when I was alive. Well, seems like fame's a nasty drug.
Like Andy says, people are people. Doesn't matter what era they're from. Feeling good about your session, though?
Yeah.
He was pretty confrontational, but he was happy to talk about himself at least. Andy says the real clients to worry about are the ones who got nothing to say.
Ooh, that's very true.
Get that. Being a human isn't easy. You gotta be pretty damn privileged to have no problems at all.
Oh, this fella definitely has plenty of problems. I think he'll be keeping me busy.
Yeah, he's one of my more difficult ones for
It's
sure.
a big world out there, cowboy. Full of vampires with no self-awareness.
Well, ain't that the truth? Well, here's to change then.
To change.
You, drinking Andy's blood there?
Andy's? Nuh-uh, this is a plain old mortal drink. You think anyone would want to drink that man's blood from a bottle when they can get it straight from the
So
source?
true, girl. So true, girl.
I suppose they wouldn't.
I'm not proud to drink blood, Sam. Wouldn't be doing it out here.
I didn't mean to cause offense, ma'am.
Oh, okay.
Not your fault. I guess I shouldn't be offended.
Oh shoot, we're doing therapy after hours. I'm gonna have to bill you for this later. Not your fault. Guess I shouldn't. Oh, that's a should statement.
Who's telling you that you shouldn't be offended, Crimson? I know this blood drinking stuff is complicated.
Damn right it is. Look, I have customers to deal with.
Ooh, that got a little
Let me
uncomfy.
give you some advice, Buffalo Bill.
Ooh, she did not like that at
What
all.
happens at Eminard happens with consent. Got it?
Ooh, she did not like that at all.
All right,
Uh-oh.
that's fair, and my sincere apologies. It won't happen again.
That's right.
Oh, dang it. I've gone and made myself unwelcome. I better
Uh-oh.
get out of Crimson's
Ooh.
way.
You.
Oh, wow, she is cool. I love the art style of this game.
Do I know you?
I know you. I've been watching you, vampire.
Play along?
Yep, that's me, drinking blood to live.
Yes, you do. I saw you. I see
Just a typical
everything.
goth.
My name is Panoptibella. It means I see all, and I am beautiful.
Wood.
I saw you in the king room with Reinhardt and Moxie, and now I see that you are thirsty and would like to
These
drink.
goths just can't keep off this old cowboy dick, can they?
Yep, that is so.
Come, drink from my neck. I wish to see
These freaky ass
what it was
goths
like.
can't get enough. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Oh,
Begging your pardon, but can't you take that collar off?
I can't see without it, vampire. You'll have to try again.
oh shoot. Okay, I gotta time it a little better. Okay.
Hmm.
No! No! I didn't like that noise. I didn't like that noise.
Yes, I see now. That was very pleasant. Thank you. You will go to your coffin now to sleep.
Bossy goth? Okay.
Well, if you wanted a cuddle.
It is normal for vampires to enter a state of torpor after
Damn, she sure
consuming
knows
the
a
blood
lot.
of another. I wish you an excellent torpor, vampire.
Torpor.
Thanks, I guess. I guess I'd better get some shut-eye. This night has gone on
He was
long
like,
enough.
damn girl, do you want some aftercare or anything? And she's like, nah. Alright. To bed I go.
Good evening, Samuel. I hope you are feeling well rested. I have a new client for you.
Alright, alright. I think we got time for at least one more.
Another one? I think my caseload's starting to get a little crowded.
Worry not, my friend. I shall not unload all the world's cares onto you.
But if perhaps you would like a load of another kind.
I know how strongly this next client requires aid. She is a great deal older than most of the clients you've
Ancient
seen.
vampire,
And
ancient
sometimes
vampire,
it
let's
is
go!
harder for the elderly to see reality. It took me far too long to do so.
She's as old as you are?
Not nearly. Thus, she should be more ready for change
Okay,
than I
still
was.
not as old as him though.
Take a look at her intake form.
1,804 years old from the Bronze Age. An elder vampire like myself, Maddie has lived mostly alone for the past 2 millennia. She grew up among wanton violence between Irish clan warlords, and has since kept distance between herself and mortals. She now spends most of her time online, where she has become a streaming celebrity. That'd be a great job for a vampire, because she could just go and go and go and go and go and stay inside and away from the light and make money. I do not know what this means, but perhaps a younger vampire might. What is this streaming? Is it like a golden shower? He just thinks everything is a sexual euphemism because he's so old. She has expressed frustrations at the increasing demands of her followers, suggestion be patient with the elderly, which ironically, I think she's gonna be the youngest looking of all of her clients.
She died young. Makes me wonder why I waited so long to kick the bucket. Could have left a nicer looking corpse.
Alas,
He's like, shit,
death
why
does
did I
not
die
often
when
allow us to have
I
much
wasn't
choice
as
in
hot
matter.
and young anymore?
Says here she doesn't leave home unless she has to.
Indeed, it is a puzzle, as elder vampires can often be.
Agoraphobia, maybe?
I sure do hope I can help her.
You will do your best, I know. Let me allow you some privacy. She comes.
And so do I. All right, here she is. Oh, she's so pretty. I love this design.
Hey there, how do I say your name? Is it, Medb?
Mev is my real name. Medb's just my screen name. You can call me Medi if you like.
I like your accent. Where are you from?
Oh, mighty fine meeting you, Meddy. I'm Sam.
Is that all you are?
I couldn't rightly say. I ain't no more or less than Sam.
You're cute, strange cowboy man.
Oh, I love her.
I don't know that you should be calling your potential therapist cute, miss.
Yep, sorry, we gotta stay professional.
Not in a touching bodies way. I mean, you're more like a rabbit or a mouse. Oh, I want to dress you up in a little mouse onesie and watch you scurry about.
I have to stay professional here, but
keep your hat on and be a little cowboy mouse. Oh, I like that very much.
All right, girl.
I'd keep you in a little cage and give you lots of cheese, and of course a wheelchair.
She is crazy.
You can be my whiskery little pet.
What is the matter, Samuel?
I think I'm out of my depth here, Chief. I ain't keen to be anyone's pet.
Older vampires such as myself can sometimes be uncomfortable to be around.
Yeah, I feel like after you're like a millennial old, you'd start coming across as a total freak in most conversations. You'd just be kind of so separated from like what's normal conversation.
I believe this will be an excellent challenge in setting boundaries, Samuel. Explain to her your boundaries. You will be modeling positive behavior and saving yourself a little trouble.
I know we're keen to be her pet, chat, but we have to be a good therapist, okay?
Yeah, just a little.
All the more reason to be clear and polite right now.
Okay.
Good luck.
You look distracted, little mouse. Have you smelt a bit of cheese? Did your whiskers twitch?
I think I'm learning something about myself right now that okay.
All right, miss, before we keep going, I think we need to set a few boundaries.
I don't want to wear one. I don't eat cheese. I don't want to live in a cage. I think that I don't want to live in a cage.
This stuff about putting me in a cage and making me your pet are things you should be doing with a blood partner.
That's fair.
Besides, I make the rules about my own body. If I don't want something, you gotta respect it or find a new therapist.
You don't want me to do things to your body?
No, I do not. As your therapist, I am legally obligated and professionally obligated to say no.
Cut that out. I'm serious now.
Very well. Be that way.
Let's just
First
roll
of
through
all,
it.
I ain't gonna wear no onesie. I don't think I could find one that'd fit.
I could sew one for you. I would make the neck hole really big so that your funny hat would fit right through it.
Girl, you better stop. You better stop it. Oh my god.
Okay, well maybe I wasn't being clear. I don't want to wear a onesie.
But it would make me happy.
Well, it wouldn't make me happy, miss.
Ooh, she's a problem. She's a problem.
Fine. But I don't like it.
I eat cheese. That's stupid.
I think that about covers it.
Very well. It's a little boring. People usually let me do what I want to do to them.
Ooh, she needs to learn about boundaries. Uh-oh, Miss Thing. You need to calm down.
Well, this is less boring then. It's something new.
I suppose you're right. It's very clever, strange cowboy man. May I still call you a nice from time to time?
No.
If it'll make you feel comfortable, I guess it ain't hurting me.
All right, just a little bit.
But let's get to you and why you're here. Now, it said on your intake form that...
she's afraid of aging. That's not right. Wait, what? I thought her thing was she was not... Yeah, she's gotta be over... That's gotta be the right one, right?
You're overworked, it said. You're not my first client with that problem. What line of work are you in?
I play video games.
Video games? Like Star Invaders?
No, silly. More like Overcharge 2 and Pension Impact.
Very
More
clever.
Of an FPS and RPG girl.
I don't know what them things are. I kind of figured video games were just a fad, like collecting ferns was
This
in
is
my
going
time.
right over Grandpa's head. He can't comprehend this.
Video games are lots of fun. There's even one where you get to play a cowboy and kill bunches and bunches of people. Then you get to pretend you feel bad about it. But after that...
She talking about Red Dead Redemption?
Shucks, that there might give me some flashbacks. But you're working by playing video games? How's that?
It's getting meta, chat.
I stream on Glitch. I have millions and millions of followers there.
Ooh.
Wait just a gosh darn minute. People are paying to watch you pee?
Of course not. That sort of thing would be on my Only Zealots page. If I could pee. Which I can't, because I'm a vampire.
Alright, you gotta walk me through this.
What's streaming mean if it ain't peeing? What's only zealot? What's all this?
What's streaming mean if it ain't peeing?
What is?
Streaming means to share your computer screen to the internet.
Ooh.
Like watching the cinema, only instead of people shooting each other, it's you answering emails?
Sort of. Mostly people just like to watch people shoot
Mostly a lot
other
of
people.
shooting other people.
Only it's little computer people that only look like people.
Clear as mud. I got some more questions about them funny things you mentioned, though.
What's only zealots?
What's Only Zealots?
That's a very special website where my very special followers get
Damn!
to see do naughty things.
Rip
for
I ain't
money.
ready for this.
You've been around a long while. Do you need money?
No, of course not. But I do like having mortal
Yeah, she's
bookmarks
only
who'll
in
do
it for the
anything
followers.
For me. They're very useful.
This whole thing makes me feel old.
But you're only a baby vampire, strange cowboy man. I'm glad you're not the kind of baby who poops and pees, though. That's quite icky.
I had some more questions.
Yeah, it is funny because she's much older than me as a vampire, but she's much more connected to what, like, modern people do. I think I got it.
I think I understand a little better. You're working pretty dang hard for all them followers. What do you need them for?
Lots of things. They pay my rent for me, they buy clothes and gifts for me, they dispose of all the bodies. And they let me kill them too.
Oh shit!
Oh, so eager to die. Poor little lambs.
Oh my god! What?
Like servants?
Servants, little sheep, whatever you'd like to call them.
She's a psychopath!
And they're willing to just up and die for you.
Oh, naturally. Sometimes all I have to do is smile for them.
She
They find
is
it
super
enchanting.
powerful.
And they quite like my breasts and vulva.
Alright, yep, get down to it. That's, yep.
Oh, I see.
Does it make you uncomfortable to hear me say breasts and vulva?
Oh my
I
god.
reckon I just wasn't expecting that level of candidness.
She's an ancient vampire. She don't give a fuck.
Breasts, vulva.
Hey, come on now.
Oh, but it's so much fun to watch. your
She's
little
violating our
whiskers
boundaries
twitch.
again.
So, these followers of yours do a lot of work for you, huh?
But I have almost 100 million little sheep. It's rather difficult to manage them all and keep them happy.
Why do you need to keep so many servants happy?
I need my sheep. If I don't have them, I'll have nothing.
That's Nosferatu thinking.
Is it really true that if you don't have your followers, you won't have anything?
Yeah,
Ain't you got other stuff you're interested in?
I suppose I enjoy reading and video games. And I can do those things alone. But there's also playing games with my body.
Oh, yep, there's that.
Which Americans don't do. You like to shoot people instead.
What is with all the strays against Americans? Jesus.
That ain't always true. But let's get back to what you were saying.
If I don't make them all happy, they'll turn against me.
That's again Nosferatu thinking.
That's pretty extreme thinking. Your followers can't all be that fickle. The idea that you can make everyone happy is something that ain't in anyone's power. And assuming you have no control and they'll all turn against you ain't true either.
That is true, I suppose. I can do things you couldn't dream of. But I won't show them to you because you're an American.
What is going on? What is this? I've had enough. I've had enough of this bullshit. What the fuck? happen to you because you're American? What the hell? Apparently Americans don't touch ourselves? That ain't true. I think that's not true. Apparently we don't like sex? Is that a thing? Do Europeans perceive Americans as like really like uptight and very... That's just something I don't associate Americans with at all. Like certain parts of America, yeah, but like there are very sexually liberated parts of this country. This is so strange. Really? Do they think, is there like a stereotype that Americans are like prudes? That seems like such an odd association. I guess like we don't have as many naked beaches as they do. Like I do think there is a difference in perception of nudity specifically, but not too much. Such an odd stereotype. That is really weird. People are saying because of the Puritan background, but like places like England and Ireland and Scotland, etc., also have very puritanical backgrounds. We got the Puritanism from them. So that's really odd. Maybe compared to like somewhere, I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm so hooked on this. This is such an odd stereotype. There's definitely very prudish parts of the US and very religious parts of the US, but if you go somewhere like Miami, there ain't nothing you're gonna surprise them with over there. We're talking about Miami. We're talking about LA. We're talking about Houston. We're talking about New York City. Come on now. I mean, at least those places are pretty damn freaky, I would say. That's such an odd stereotype. I do not understand.
That is much appreciated, miss. And now about the stuff you were
saying. I so got hooked on that.
All I'll be is the lonely, crazy girl with a flat full of stinky corpses.
That's labeling.
Oh, let's ease off them labeling terms. Don't go calling yourself crazy.
But I am crazy. And I know how strange I sound to these short-lived creatures.
But that's normal, girl. You're like over a millennia old.
I reckon I might sound the same if I were around as long as you.
Yep.
Besides, crazy ain't got any kind of real meaning. What's sane? You've been around a while. You know them definitions change all the time.
I suppose that's true. Don't think any of us are really sane.
I think that's a heck of a lot closer to the truth.
I just want to look at my body parts anyway. Don't have much else to share,
Oh, no, that's not true. That's not true.
Come on now, you've been around for nearly 2,000 years. How in the heck could you have nothing to offer? I'm sure you could tell me all
these
sorts of things
vampires
about
have terrible
history and the
sexual
places you've
trauma.
been to and
Jesus
the things you've
Christ.
done.
If I talk about things I like, my followers abandon me. Fickle little bloodbags. They always like it when I show off, though.
Oh, this port. They all have terrible sexual trauma. Jesus Christ.
That's the problem with your followers, not you. Don't go disqualifying the positive things about yourself just because they don't see them.
Very kind, Manling. If you were one of my followers, I might even let you live.
Well, ain't that nice?
A very kind gesture, miss.
I can't help but think, though, I should make my little sheep happy. After all, they are willing to die for me.
Should statement.
You say you should keep your followers happy.
Easy money, easy
Do you
money.
Like it when they're happy?
Just because I kill my bloodbags doesn't mean I wish to be cruel. After all, they're so cute when they die with smiles on their precious little faces.
She's a fucking psychopath.
I'm glad to hear that, but here's the thing. When you say you should make them happy, if you got 100 million people you should please, that's pressure you don't need.
That's too much, girl.
You are too sweet, little mouse. Like a sugar mouse.
Girl, you gotta get over this
Someone might
mouse
try to
kink
eat
thing. You gotta stop that.
Heck, they already did. How do you think I turned into a vampire?
You make me seem very silly for worrying so much about my blood bags.
No, that's not
I'm
true.
a very good vampire, am I?
Well, what's a good vampire supposed to do?
My blood father used to tell me that we were supposed to be gods.
Oh yeah, I'm sure back in her time.
Told me that we would rule all humanity. I imagine he'd be ever so disappointed in me.
Well, blood parents are always complicated. They like continuing their legacies, but people ain't too good at being anything but themselves.
Pretty close to regular, not blood parents.
I wish someone would tell him that. He's a very bad listener.
Well, you should be proud of yourself for getting away from him. I know it ain't easy.
I didn't leave him. The druids sealed him away long ago.
Oop.
He'll slaughter us all when he escapes. And there will be nothing we can do.
It's control
There's
fallacy.
gonna be ever so much blood.
Damn, her blood pappy is a little bit insane. Some ultra daddy issues.
I think we can handle a vampire. There's a lot more of us now, and I bet the bastard ain't even heard of a gun.
You don't understand. He's a wizard.
Oh shit.
Last I heard, wizards ain't bulletproof. Let's give ourselves a little credit. I ain't gonna worry too much about this fella. Besides, if he is coming back to kill us all, we only got so much time to enjoy, right? These dang followers of yours have got you stuck at home, though.
It's better this way. It's not safe outside.
Well, why do you say that?
Because there are bad people out there. They've tried to burn me, touch me, enslave me. They are cruel.
Oh yeah, 'cause she's like what, 1800 years old? So that's like, she's only like a few hundred AD? It's like ancient Ireland. She's seen some shit. She's seen some shit, poor thing. I think that is still technically disqualifying the positive, but very understandably. Oh wait,
Maybe
what?
has quite an extreme opinion about all of humanity.
Oh, okay.
Because there are bad people out there.
This game frustrates me a little bit, because it's like...
They are cruel.
Okay,
I know
those
you've been through
things.
some
That
tough
was
times,
disqualifying the
Minnie. You
positive
got a hell
of
a lot
humanity,
reasons to
though.
think people are all awful. But those experiences ain't the
Everyone's
be-all
being
and
so
end-all.
nice in chat.
There's a
I
lot
don't
of
do my
bad, a
makeup
lot
very
of good,
often. I'm glad
and
you
even
guys
more
like
in
it. I just
between.
wanted to do some fun new stuff today.
Maybe. But it's safer to assume that it's all bad. Mortals are very afraid, and when mortals
That's
are
true.
afraid, they are quite cruel.
That's more of that all or nothing thinking. There's billions of people out there now, and more differences between each and every one of them than you'd expect.
But I don't need to endanger myself anymore. I have my sheep.
She has her following to protect herself.
I'm sure we'll get to talking about them real soon.
We can talk about them now. They help me stay in my flat. If I stay in one place, I have power. Instead of them burning me, I can burn them.
Control
With all
fallacy.
due respect, miss, you're playing with sunshine here. Life is always going to change. That's the one thing we can be sure of. Your retreating from society is only going to make it harder to face the changes ahead.
Such as when the machines arrived.
Oh, that must have been... I mean, imagine being a vampire living through the Industrial Revolution, and then then just barely having time to recover from that, and then 2000 hits, and we have the explosion of the iPhone and touch technology and shit. That would be so difficult to even process if you were that old and had lived for that long.
What machines are you talking about?
The ones in the factories. The ones who made me leave the bog. Did not like that very much.
Oh, she got chased out of
Not
her
at all.
her homeland.
Oh, look, I didn't want to upset you. You're here to handle the world a little better, and that means being honest about what might happen. That makes sense?
Yes. The machines keep getting stronger. I should be ready for them.
Aww.
All right. Well, let's keep talking.
They used to call me Calich Namona, the witch of the bogs. I like it that way. I like it when they think I'm a monster.
Aww. That made her feel safe. Being perceived as a monster made her feel safe. That's really sad. I think that would be labeling,
Hold
right?
on a sec, Mitty. I
Yeah?
get that there's safety in people thinking you're some kind of monster. But what I can't abide is you calling yourself one. Name's
Fuzzy McWhiskers. Scaly Tail Sam. Ooh, Scurrying Sam.
They called me Slaughtering Sam. And as you might imagine, I didn't earn many friends with that name.
Yeah, he's a bloody past too.
That's not very cute at all.
No, it ain't. I didn't feel cute neither. I felt like an evil bastard, and that ain't a good feeling.
I didn't say I liked being a monster. It just makes me feel safe.
Then let's find a way to help you feel safe without calling yourself a monster then, huh? But keep going.
If I want to be safe, I should show them what a monster I really am from the safety
It's a
of my
should
lair.
statement.
Well, why should you show them what a monster you are?
So that they'll know to stay away, of course.
And is that the only way people will stay away?
It's the way I know. I used to put severed heads outside my cottage. but
She's
they
crazy!
don't like that very much.
So what if I said you should protect yourself by putting severed heads outside your place again?
I'd say you should learn otherwise. The police can be very mean.
The pigs not letting her put her severed heads up. How
That's
dare
what
they?
I mean. Should doesn't allow a lot of wiggle room. It might seem like it's just words, but them words can lock us up tighter in a bank vault. But let's keep talking.
Living alone is the life I know, anyway. Well, I've known for millennia. I can't survive in society now.
Ooh, a control fallacy. No?
We ancient vampires are very few. I can tell you with some certainty that your client is very good at hiding her true capabilities.
Oh, that's control. That's a control.
Is the life I know, anyway. Well, I've known
Wait,
for
so the control fallacy was
millennia.
wrong?
I can't survive in society now.
You think it's Nosferatu thinking?
We ancient vampires are very few. I can tell you with some certainty that your client is very good at hiding her true capabilities.
Living alone is the life I know.
All I've known for millennia.
Well, I've known for millennia.
Labeling?
We ancient vampires are very few.
What?
Living alone is the life I know.
You know,
That was
what,
disqualifying
some
the
1800 years
positive?
old? You're older than any government
Damn,
on Earth.
okay.
You've seen the world change in ways none of us could dream of. Hell, you basically won
That
the
one was
internet.
really confusing.
And I
We were
could barely
doing well
open
for
up
a
my email
second.
program.
That
You're
didn't
way
feel
more
quite
capable
as.
than you're giving yourself credit for.
Yeah, that one didn't feel very clear. Some of them are. Some of them I could really. Yeah, I guess because she was downplaying her powers. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can see the logic, but I could also defend my choices too, and I made me a little irritated.
I suppose that's true. But I'm not very good with real life people.
And girl, that's iconic. Frankly, that's iconic.
You're still disqualifying the positive by canceling out all them skills you got. You can use all that modern lingo I've barely even heard of. You dab, fam?
Oh, Jesus Christ, Sam, please stop.
That was ages ago.
See what I'm saying?
You are very clever, sweetling. It is easy to forget how small and weak mortals are.
Aw. She's
The world is a
I
big
love.
place full of things that might try to hurt me.
He said, "Hello, fellow kids."
Well, before you face the world, why don't we start with your neighborhood? Let's start slow. Take a walk around your block, 15 minutes a day. Just
Yeah,
spend a little
exposure
time
therapy.
outside looking at the
Exposure
moon.
therapy.
I suppose if anyone tries to hurt me, I should be able to kill them or enslave them.
And frankly, we love that for her.
Very well, strange cowboy man. If anyone does kill me, I'll simply become a ghost. Then I can whisk myself up your bottom with a little ghost needle and poke at your guts.
Why is she... Meddy, why are you like this? Meddy, please, stop saying these things.
I don't think it'll come to that. Just spend some time outside and see how you feel, and we'll talk again in a month. Sound good?
Alrighty.
Very well. I suppose my followers outside must be eager to carry my coffin home. I promised I would eat them when we got there, so shouldn't keep them waiting.
Oop. She has some dinner to get
Farewell,
to.
then, little mouse.
Hoo-wee.
Well done, my friend.
We did better on
Listen,
that
it
one.
is
We
out
just
of
got a
sorts. Are you
little
quite
caught
all
up
right?
there.
She was something else.
Like so many of our kind, she simply struggles to adjust to a constantly changing world.
Yeah, no, that was definitely Sam just telling her to touch grass.
I think you will be of great help to her. She clearly likes you.
That's what I'm afraid of.
You are under my protection while you are here, Samuel. I guarantee no ghosts will travel up your posterior.
But perhaps something else could travel up your posterior.
You have done excellent work tonight. Please, relax downstairs. Summer will be here before we know it, and the nights shall become short once again. Rest in peace, my friend.
Yay, Danny. When is he gonna let me bounce on it? When?
Tarnation. I'm glad the kids here aren't glued to their little TVs. I wonder why that is. I'll bet Crimson knows.
Oh, because they're all on hard drugs.
Yeah, little doggy.
I ain't heard that one in a while.
Truth is, I'm running out of cowboy terms. What can I get you, handsome?
How about a kind ear for my troubles?
You got a real old school way of seeing bartenders. But in this case,
Crimson,
you're right.
yes!
I am a good listener. Lay it on me.
I got this new client. Makes me feel old.
250-year-old man feels old, huh?
Yeah. But seriously, I thought I understood people, but she's from another time, like. I've been around a long time, and I ain't seen nothing quite like this internet. But my client lives there.
And you think you can't help her because you don't understand the internet?
Grandpa's gotta start hitting up the blogs.
I reckon I can be of some aid. Just gotta figure out all this technology. My dial-up modem might not be up to today's standard.
It is so interesting that she's such an old vampire, but she got really, really good at keeping up with the times.
Maybe you were right. You are ancient. But I'm glad you're feeling confident, cowboy. A vampire who can adapt is a mighty fine one.
Gosh.
Here's the thing, cowboy. Nobody
Yes,
understands the
Crimson.
internet.
Lay it on us. And perhaps lay on us.
I don't feel old yet, though. Still just glad to be alive, thanks to Andy's blood.
Oh, yeah?
I know you've been curious about why I've been drinking vampire blood. You don't have to pretend.
What's the
I've
lore,
got a rare
girl?
blood cancer. Andy's blood is what's keeping me alive.
Whoa! Huge lore dump just then! What? That's... I was literally about to say something like, oh, does she have some kind of terminal illness or something? But I didn't think that was actually gonna be her, like, backstory. Oh, that makes sense. She doesn't want to completely go into a vampiric life, but she also, like, literally needs, like, his blood to just survive.
Oh, I'm real sorry.
I didn't say I was dying. I said I had cancer. Stop making that face.
Oh, Crimson.
I'm just glad I found Andy. Don't think I was quite ready to die.
Well, I, for one, am glad you're sticking around, Crimson.
So it's like, instead of him giving her eternal life, he's just basically giving her another shot at a regular life that she might not have been able to have because of the cancer. That's so sad. Oh my god.
Well, thank you kindly. So what'll it be, Sam? You ain't gonna dance?
Sam, go out there and do a little square dance for us, cowboy.
No, I ain't gonna dance.
You owe me that story one day, cowboy. Here, have a little something I whipped up for Andy. Herbal blood.
No garlic, right?
No garlic.
Mighty kind of you. Maybe I'll take a nightcap. You have yourself a fine night, Crimson.
Adios, muchacho.
I think that's
That
my
was,
client for a while.
crazy
My caseload's big enough.
backstory.
Starting to get overwhelmed. Maybe something from one of my books will inspire. But then again, I could watch cartoons instead.
We're gonna read a poem.
I think I'll read a poem. I've got one I love. Carry one, Walt Whitman. I celebrate myself and sing myself.
Ooh.
And what I assume, you shall assume. For every atom belonging to me, as good belongs to you. I loaf and invite my soul. I lean and loaf
Lay
at
it
my
on
ease,
us.
observing a spear of summer grass. My tongue, every atom of my blood, formed from this soil, this air, born here of parents born here, from parents the same, and their parents the same. I, now 37 years old, in perfect health begin, hoping to cease not till death. Creeds and schools in abeyance. Retiring back a while, sufficed it what they are, but
Damn,
never
this is a
forgotten.
long poem.
I harbor for good or bad. I permit to speak at every hazard.
Yeah, not the bread
Nature
kind of
without
loaf,
check,
y'all.
with original energy.
Y'all starting to sound like Sam. I'm just a common cowboy. When you said loaf, were you perhaps speaking of a loaf of bread?
Just a little reminder that I'm still human. I think that's enough action for one night. Time I got me some shut-eye.
Sam,
Good
we're
night,
not
son.
getting the kind of action that I'm wanting to get. You keep cock-blocking me. Damn it. Oh man.
A fine evening to you, Samuel. How are you feeling tonight?
Ooh, I think that we reached a good saving point, y'all. Let's see what we got on supers. Haven't read supers in a second. Bumble Cubbies? I'd rather go to Pilates with a pelican than survived traumatic college tests than have to be a therapist to vampires. Yeah, no, having to do therapy with people that have been around for literally thousands of years is pretty intense. Charizard, vampire has to brush 10 times a day, for if I do not brush my teeth will go away. Boba Pula just got here. What is Arthur Morgan doing here? Every cowboy is Arthur Morgan. Morpy, thank you so much. Welcome to Frog. Asada, congrats again. And then Trice you, Pink Pony Club Powers, hell yes. And thank you to everybody on Twitch. I noticed Twitch has been much more active today. Thank you, guys. You're appreciated. I see both of y'all together in the chat together. I appreciate that so much. Guys, I know it's kind of early. I was wondering, I have this game that I need to troubleshoot, before I can play it for a stream in the future. It's a different vampire game. So I was thinking we could just sit and chat while I troubleshoot it. We can just sit in the chat screen if that's okay with y'all. Also can end the stream here. Up to you guys. I know that sometimes you guys just like to sit in the chat and talk, so we've been doing a lot of streaming lately. I'm not used to it. Okay, well, if y'all are chill and just want to hang out and chat, then we can definitely do that. I think we'll stop here. Would you guys be interested in me finishing this game? I know it's a little bit slower. I can definitely tell there's less people in here today than usual. It's a little bit more cerebral. It's a lot of like therapy terms and stuff, but I mean, if just like 1,000 of you guys want to see it, I feel like it's fun to play. I don't think it's super long. I think it's only around 8 hours for the main game, and then we get a couple extra couples sessions. Okay, yeah, hell yeah, we can finish this game. I'm gonna stop recording now, and then yeah, I'm just gonna put it on the chatting screen and kind of chat with you guys while I try to troubleshoot this game. I'm gonna save this over here too. Save. Ooh. Yep, I should overwrite, yes. Okay, great, return. And then I think exit. Wait, hold up. Let me make sure I save this. And yeah, y'all can just be free to just, chill in the chat for a little bit. Alright, I think exit. Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, yeah, the game that I'm trying to troubleshoot is a game called Vampire the Masquerade, which is like an older game, but I thought it'd be really fun to play. I love vampire games. I thought it'd be super fun to get in some vampire getup every once in a while, and play vampire games. I thought that'd be fun. My lipstick is wearing off, but that's okay. It's getting on my teeth too. These are really good. This teeth is like great. Just making sure everything's good. Wait, where's everybody from in the chat, by the way? While I troubleshoot this, I know that I have a little bit more of an international audience than I assumed, which I think is super cool. Okay, I'm actually gonna try this little thing that I was gonna do earlier. I'm just not gonna show my screen just because I might accidentally. Oh, Poland? I saw Poland for a second. Colombia! Hell yeah! UK, Northern Ireland. There's a lot of people from Poland, I notice. Oh damn, there's people from everywhere. Egypt? Holy shit. That is so cool. Yeah. Gaming with Raw asks, how long does it take you to do your makeup? Love it. So this is very unusual for me. I usually don't do makeup like this. I'm not very good at it. Y'all are being very sweet and complimentary, but my hands are really shaky and I don't do the best job with makeup typically. I especially feel really intimidated by eyeliner, and so I typically don't do it. This makeup, I would say, took me about 30 minutes. 30-40 minutes, just because I was going really slow, because I didn't know what I was doing. My usual makeup, though, I usually just do chapstick. I do a brow brush with some gel, just because I hate when my an eyebrow hair just goes like in an odd direction. I hate that. And then I use a brown mascara because I feel like it, unless I'm doing like a really heavy makeup look, I feel like the brown mascara, it's a shade that perfectly matches my natural hair color. So it looks like really, it makes it look like a very natural eyelash. And then I do concealer because I always get comments that I look tired, so I always put concealer under my eyes because I get so tired of that compliment, that comment. It doesn't feel like a compliment. People are just like, oh my god, he looks so tired. It's like, that's just how my eyes look. So I just have raccoon eyes. Okay, I'm gonna run this, so I'll just kind of talk out loud like I'm back in computer science. So in computer science, there was this suggestion that we got as students that what we should do is, if we were trying to work on a problem, what we should do is we should put a little rubber ducky on our desk and explain out loud to the rubber duck what we were doing, and that would actually help the debugging process. I say computer science, technically I did computer engineering, but like I did computer engineering with a computer science focus, so it wasn't all that different from a typical computer science degree. I just had like some extra classes like chemistry and like physics and stuff like that to kind of round out. It's like a more rounded out instead of just being strictly, you know, computer science. Yes, you guys are the rubber duckies. So while I'm sitting here trying to fix this, you guys will be my rubber duckies, and I'll explain out loud what I'm doing. But yeah, if you're somebody who's in like any kind of STEM discipline, actually would probably be helpful. If you have a problem that you're trying to solve, it can be a good idea to just literally have a little rubber ducky on your desk, and yeah, and just talk to the rubber ducky. I'm gonna turn down the volume because I'm gonna be booting up this game over and over again to fix it. Okay. So I've booted up the game, and I'm looking at it now, and the problem I was running into is basically this game is old, so it requires an unofficial patch to work. If you want to play Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, you like literally cannot run the game without this unofficial patch. The community for this game is like extremely dedicated, and they are like solely keeping this game alive because the original devs like have stopped patching it, and so the fans of this game are like, so everyone's saying quack in the comments. I love that. So the chat saying quack while I explain this shit is so cute. Let's see. I would like character to be, I'm gonna go through the character. So the issue I'm running into is that right after the character creator is finished, like once you finish, you know, making your character, the game is crashing immediately. So like something is happening. There's also, I have like these monitors that are really, really nice, but I did not think about the fact that having really nice 4K monitors would actually be a really annoying problem to deal with if I'm trying to stream, because a lot of like the software that you use for streaming and stuff is kind of dependent on like resolutions lining up perfectly. So if I have a super high resolution monitor, but then I have like a really low resolution game, you can see like where problems arise. So it has actually been, I'm just gonna click through this, a little bit annoying to format some of the games that I've played for you guys, especially for streaming, because I want it to be good quality for you guys, and for you guys to, okay, I'm just gonna accept this. Okay, it's happening after I name the character, so I'm just gonna blah, blah, blah. Let's see if that works. No, it crashed again. That is so weird, because my partner installed this game, and his works fine. So that's so strange to me. Maybe, let me look at this source that I'm looking at real quick. Let's see, what is the difference between installing the unofficial patch? Installing the unofficial patch should always be your first step when installing this game. Oh, maybe the problem is I installed the patch after. You know what, that's probably stupid, but I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna go ahead and uninstall. I'm gonna uninstall the game, uninstall the patch, and then do it in a different order and see if that affects things. It shouldn't. It really shouldn't. But we're gonna try it anyway. Let's see. I saw another super come in. Your dad is Russian, a silly bird. That's cool. We have people in the chat from with Russian descent. That's sick. I really love how international this community is. I feel like it gives me this opportunity to talk to people from a lot of different places that I normally wouldn't get, which is like super, super cool. That's really awesome. Okay, I gotta look at apps, installed apps. I'm gonna go ahead and uninstall this and just start. Honestly, sometimes the best way to deal with any kind of technical issue is just to say, oop, we're gonna just start all over again. The equivalent of turn it on and turn it off again. Or turn it off and turn it on again. I'm so glad that you guys like the outfit. I really appreciate that. I don't get a lot of opportunities to wear it, so when I get to just kind of dress up like in a costume, it's really fun. A refresh. Okay, so I need to uninstall the patch as well, maybe? Can I use this executable to uninstall? No, that doesn't seem to be what's it, because now it's wanting. Now it's asking where Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines is. So I did do it in the correct order. Okay, well let me reinstall it and maybe let me just troubleshoot what I have. Everyone's asking for bread. I told you guys, I'm not doing anything fun. I'm just troubleshooting a game. Resident Lover? Resistant Lover? I don't think I have. No, I haven't played that. What type of game is that? Okay, we're gonna reinstall this. Let's see what happens here if we reinstall. It's gonna take a little bit to download. I can talk to chat. Until then. Resident Lover. Okay, yeah. I think what we're going to be playing next time on Wednesday, I think we're going to play another Fears to Fathom game. We haven't played one of those in a while. That could be really fun. And it's also like a shorter game too, so it makes it perfect for a stream because I start the game, end the game. I'm so Sigma? What? Oh my god. You guys are cracking me up. Okay, it's 34%. I really want to get this to work though, because I think this game could potentially be a really good continuing series. I really want to play it. It's like this really nostalgic, like early 2000s style game. Oh, the Killer Frequency stream. Oh, should I do Killer Frequency before the next Fears to Fathom? What do you guys think? Because I do want to play Killer Frequency as well. The teeth. Oh yeah, the teeth. If you look, I think the teeth are Scarecrow brand. I get them like once a year because like I end up losing them and they're my favorite. But basically you mix like a gel. I do have a P.O. box. Yes, guys, I do have a P.O. box. Here, I'll flash it on screen for a little bit. You can send me shit here. But yeah, it's a Scarecrow brand. I think the ones I have are just the regular vampire teeth, but you can get like really big ones. People are saying Fears to Fathom. Yeah, we can do the, I don't want to have a Discord. I did at one point. It's just a lot of responsibility, guys. Because if somebody starts being inappropriate, like with a minor in that Discord or something horrible like that happens, like that's on me. Like that's my responsibility. And that's just like, that is just something that makes me so sick to my stomach. I just am like, the idea of having that on my conscience of like trying to create a space for people and then like something like horrible happening in that space and me not realizing in time or me not moderating correctly or like whatever, that would be so awful. So I feel like a Discord is not super worth the risk of that, if that makes sense. Okay, so I got Vampire the Masquerade, so I'm gonna, okay, failed to find Steam. Oh, that's odd. Okay, I'm going to... Oh, God. Let's see, how do I delete this? I need to reinstall it, it looks like. Where is the path to this? Let me find the path to this. View, show more options. View, open it, display. No, I want the actual open file location. Okay, there we go. Vascular to common. Oh God, I don't know how to fix this. I'm getting frustrated. Closing shift. Okay, we can do that. The Chillas game. I could play Gordlets again at some point. Gordlets is like a good, relaxing game to play. I really do miss it. Ah, God, I'm so frustrated with this. Let's see. Open file location. I kind of feel like we just need to delete this whole thing. Yep. We just need to delete this all. And refresh this. Delete. Delete. Just trying to do a clear restart here. Ugh. So frustrated because my partner installed this game and it didn't seem to cause him too much trouble, so I'm like I'm really confused why it's giving me such trouble. Uninstall. Okay. There we go, that's gone. Okay, so we should be completely cleared out. So let's reinstall this again and then reinstall the patch and let's just start over. Claire McCoy, thank you so much for the super. I'm glad you could get comfort from these streams. That makes me really happy to hear that. I really appreciate it. I hope things get easier for you. Also, let me know, guys, if the stream is lagging or anything at all. I should have a really good connection, but, you know, sometimes it's hit and miss. Ooh, Stardew Valley could be like a fun, relaxing stream. That's a really good idea. Ooh, what's going on Twitch right now? Oh yeah, we still got a bunch of people on Twitch. Hey Twitch! Hey y'all! Thank you guys for just hanging out. I really want to be able to play this game for you guys, but it's just gonna take me a little longer to figure out how to install it. Alright, so Bloodlines unofficial patch. I mean, this is something put together by fans, so like I am not complaining. This is so cool that the fans loved this game enough to even like make sure that the game is still able to run. Oh, I think it's blocking the download. Oh my god, come on now. Come on. There we go. Keep anyways. My computer is like, why the hell are you downloading an executable on a Sunday afternoon? What the hell is wrong with you? Okay. Okay. I promise I'm not being stupid, computer. I promise. All right, let's try it again. Gotta let the computer know that we're not trying to destroy everything and get a virus. Little rubber duckies. And yeah, fan art is always okay, you guys. I always get questions like, am I allowed to? You are allowed to draw whatever you want to draw, man. You do not have to ask for permission. You can draw me, you can send me stuff that you guys have drawn, tag me. I love to see it. Yes, yes, yes. Let's do the full patch next. Install. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. If someone's gonna draw mpreg, so be it. You know what? That's just the nature of the internet, unfortunately. Or fortunately, depending on your perspective on things. It's so weird to try to drink things with this lipstick. I've gotten pretty good at doing stuff with lipstick on. Thankfully, this lipstick dries very dry. It's not like wet and just sticks to stuff. It dries pretty much immediately, but then it kind of cracks off. So sometimes it just leaves like gross stuff on straws and stuff. That's the one thing that's really annoying. But yeah, I might do more costumes and stuff for streams just for fun. You know. It's not, I don't want to do it all the time just because that would be a lot of pressure for every single stream, but just doing it for fun occasionally could be really cool. Run Bloodlines with the unofficial patch. Yeah. Can we do that, please? Fuck. I'd really like this to work. Okay, I reinstalled everything. I have a feeling it's still gonna not let me, which is so infuriating, because like I said, my partner installed this game. No problemo. And for some reason, it just does not like me. It just keeps crashing. Accept. Okay. Okay. And then accept. Oh my god. That is so frustrating. That's still not working. Ugh. Might have him look at that. Because I cannot figure out what's going on. Maybe he did something different when he installed it. Well, alright, you guys. I think I'm gonna have to get ready for dinner soon. But this is a really fun stream. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Especially you guys that are just, you know, even after the game was ended. I'll probably do like a shorter game on Wednesday, and then we'll get back to date everything, because I know that's a popular one. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. And yeah, there'll be so many different games that we can play. Don't worry, I will eventually get to your suggestions. It's just, I only play a few times a week, so it just takes me a little while to get to everything. But thank you guys so much. This was super fun, relaxing stream. I had a great time. Take care, be good, get therapy if you need it. All right, bye.